What's good? What's good? What's good, my peopleizations? What's good, my peopleizations? So we're gonna have a call-in show. I'm gonna open up the phone lines. But before I open up the phone lines, I'm gonna break a few things down. We're gonna talk about a few things. I'm gonna answer a few questions. Then we're gonna open up the phone lines. Kareem Ebanks, Rod Neal, Robert Singleton, Jay, Crumble X. What's going on? Sherman Callahan, Terry Sims, Vince Williams, Chaz 313, Chilltown Majors, Mike Ryan, Mustafa Malik, Battle Ready Fitness, Nicholas Simmons, Natty Dread, Benjamin Irwin, Terrell Curtis, Cinnamon Savage, Gregory Michelangelo, D. Luckett, Chilltown Majors, Nucky Gamble, boxing matchup, Dwayne Freeman, Chris Brooks, Ketty Peace 504, Demetrius Hall, Lamarcus Robinson, my brother. Boxing matchups, Dwayne Freeman, my brother. Big Block, Big Texas, Clayton Smith, Mike G, Todd Baby, Peace of Busters to you, Queen. How you doing tonight? Shakur West, Zealous Newton, Bless 365, Peace of Busters, Queen. How you doing tonight? Boss Dog, Stacy Hagray, Shamar Rasham Shalom, my brother, where you been at? Mike G, Marcus Priest, Lavish Life Entertainment, my brother CB Sports TV, Carl Burrell in the building, Damian Milton, Life Links, DeWallo Sears, Jay Ketchup, Bama Jeff 79, Monty Norman, Jelani L. Rahim, A-Towns 27, Jerry Johnson, Gary, Tarrant Miller, Pearl Nelson, Alfonso Davidson, D. Spence, Richard Ponce, Sad 214, Snipes Mac 84, Mr. 717, NBA D Nice, Dwayne Broussard, Corey Murphy, Brooklyn Born, Terrell Curtis, Stacy Hagray, MP WTF, Phil J 508, Ahar Wan coming home to Gloria, Glory, Gabe Moore, Free Lifers, Bulk Hulk 51, William Crowder, Eric Johnson, Jerry Johnson, William Taggart, RP, DeAndre Smith, Paul Porter, Anthony 626, Hamilton Steele, Harry O. Crespo, Jay Samuels, Mo G, C. Wilson 446, Carlos Dontrell, Euphorbio Dave, Sinstrong TV, Rampage, Will Smith, I saw the God. What's going on, my peoples? All right, let's get into this. Jay Dizzle, Daniel Stanley, what's going on, great brother? Where you been at? Mike Smith, what's going on? All right, so listen, smash the like button, man. We got 250 people. Michael James, what's going on? And RC Small, Travis Holiday, what's going on? Wayne Wade, what's going on? C Page 412 Gaming, Sean Kong, Machiavelli Mafia, what's going on? All right, so smash the like button, people. Let's get into this. Okay, let's talk about it. Easy 15, what's going on? Let's get into this. Let's talk about it. All right. Kevin Jones, what's going on? Max D. Smith, D. Griggs, Krista Prodigy, what's going on? Joshua Richards, what's going on? Jafari Caesar, Mass Holmes, what's going on? So, there's reports that are surfing and that are taking place. And it says that we could get an announcement from Errol Spence very soon. Okay. Matt Bass, what's going on? Mr. Positive Serrati, what's going on? James Penn, T.O., what's going on? D. Childs, what's going on? So here's the thing, right? The question is, who's going to be the opponent? Now, is it going to be Terrence Crawford? Easy 15, what's going on? Mr. Positive Sarat, what's going on? Sarate, what's going on? Is it going to be Terrence Crawford, right? Brian Nelson, what's going on? Are you expecting to be Terrence Crawford? Are you expecting to be Vergil Ortiz Jr.? Are you expecting to be somebody else? Chris Ray, what's going on? We know Errol Spence, he stated that he only wants Tyron Smith. What's going on, Tyron? How you feeling, great brother? Full movie episode. What's going on? James Penn, what's going on? Appreciate you. He said, love the show. Appreciate you. Yeah, smash the like button, man. Gayala Laudermilk, peace and blessings to you, Queen. How you doing today? Laudermilk, what's going on, Queen? How you doing today? Jay, what's going on? Now, here's the question, right? Robert Singleton, my brother in the super chat, he said, can Brown pull off the upset on Better Be? Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and that's another thing. I meant to put that in the title because I want to talk about that. Henry King, what's going on? Felix Mays, what's going on? Johnny True Blue Staley, my brother. I am L Will, Trill Will, my brother. Go subscribe to my brother. I am Trill Will. He dropped the link in the chat. Go subscribe to my brother. Julius Thomas, what's going on? Dub J Luckett, what's going on? The Queen said it's going to be a tune-up. Man, arms itching. She said tune-up fight 100%. Now, when you say tune-up, do you consider Vergil Ortiz Jr. a tune-up? Would you consider him a tune-up? And why you respond to that? Bless 365 the Queen. Why you respond to that? I'm gonna respond to Robert Singleton. Pagroy, what's going on? Emmanuel Sevens Lion, what's going on? Oh, it's itching, man. Ruben Perez, Kimber 4509. What's going on? So now here's the thing, right? Brother Robert Singleton said, can Marcus Brown upset and pull off the upset against Arthur Better Beef? Absolutely, right? So now Moyo Sauce, what's going on? The Queen Top Baby said, I got my money on Marcus Brown. Edward Garcia, what's going on? So now Derrick James gets this win. Let me say it again. Derrick James get this win with Marcus Brown. Maurice Payne, what's going on? Who has been somewhat, as an afterthought because of his outside of the ring antics, right? In his personal life, and then losing to Jean Pascal. But we now know that Jean Pascal had some unfair advantages, right? Hector Meza, President Jafar, Crane Enterprise, what's going on? Smash the like button. We got 330 people. Let's get 330 likes, right? So he's been written off to a sense. He lost to Jean Pascal, but now, again, Jean Pascal, we now know, had unfair advantages. If you did it once, Maharaj Salam, what's going on? Richard Ponce, what's going on? Kenneth Pinkney, what's going on? PGH Big Dog, my brother. Dago 619, Cali Factor, Talib Cunningham, what's going on? If you did it once, you did it twice. The time you got caught is not the first time you did it. It's just the first time you got caught. Karan Tucker, what's going on? Right? I agree, Carl Burrell, my brother, CB Sports. I agree, Marcus Brown. But the thing is, can he stay disciplined for 12 rounds? I talked to a fighter, right? And while I was talking to his brother, he teach sports and culture music. What's going on? Donentra McGarry, what's going on? I talked to a brother, and he's a boxer, right? I'm gonna keep his name private. And I was talking to this brother, actually at the Devin Haney fight. James with AZ, what's going on? Dwayne White, what's going on? Top Class Bullies, what's going on? And while I was talking to his brother, he's a very good fighter. I'm gonna keep his name private, because it was private conversation. But he told me, he said that he could beat anybody at 168. Mark Wonderlick, what's going on? He's a 168 pounder. He said, I could beat anybody at 168. Khalil Israel, what's going on? He said, I could beat Canelo. He said, I could beat all these guys. Robert Rich, what's going on? And I said, man, you could go to 175. It's still open up there. And he said, absolutely not. This is a true story, right? He said, absolutely not, Blue. I said, why not? He said, I can't beat Arthur Better Beef. I said, why you say that? I think you got the boxing skills. This is a high-profile boxer. I said, I think you got the boxing skills, the footwork, but who am I, right? And he said, man, that dude hit like a mule. Ray Smith, what's going on? Deontay Britt, what's going on? Donald Nana, 60 OG Grant, Triple OG in the building. What's going on, Triple OG? Edward Garcia, what's going on? Terrell Curtis, Bobo, what's going on? So he said, hey, Blue, that dude hit like a mule. He said, I sparred him a few times. Eric Johnson, what's going on? He said, I sparred him a few times. And G Code, what's going on, great brother? H24K, what's going on? Eric Johnson, diehard Eagle fan, what's going on? Cinnamon Savage, what's going on? Kyle, what's going on? AJ64, Hulk Nell, what's going on? On the mic with Terrence Bailey Sr., my brother. Go subscribe to my brother On the Mic with Terrence Bailey Sr. And he said, I could beat everybody. He said, I sparred this dude. He said, man, he hit like a mule, and it's hard to keep him off you. He said, I wouldn't be able to keep him off me. He said, now, No One J Pity City, my brother, what's going on? Yad Man Gaming, Rob, what's going on? Steve Massey, the Jab Jamboree, my brother Act Reach in the building. Go subscribe to my brother Act Reacher. He said, I just don't have Jay Isom. There you go. There you go. What's going on with you, great brother? Mario Elion Sr., what's going on? He said, look at my brother Jay Isom. Y'all don't know who Jay Isom is. You should know. You see that WBC strap. He said, and hit the like button on my way in. OG salute. E working like a dog and about to beat somebody real soon. Spread the good word, my brother. Been working, ain't stopped. You see what he said? Y'all know who that is. Y'all know who Jay Isom is. You know who my brother Jay Isom is. Boss Rat 357. What's going on? If you don't know, that's Errol Spence's brother right there. Casanova Jackson. What's going on? King Snoop. What's going on? Mike J. Fox, what's going on? That's Errol Spence's brother right there. And he said, spread the good word. You see what he said? He said, hit the like button on my way in, OG. Right? He said, E working like a dog and about to beat somebody, paraphrase, soon. Spread the good word. My brother been working and ain't stopped. You heard what he said? T. Scott, what's going on? I tried to tell y'all, right? See, yesterday I was explaining to y'all. Right? Somebody asked me yesterday, who's the harder worker, right? And I said, that's hard to judge, right? Remember this? I said this yesterday, right? I said, Cawanello, what's going on? I'm going to paraphrase that name. King Snoop, what's going on? So I told you guys yesterday, I said it's hard to explain that because you just don't see. Tariq Stewart, Mike G, Kareem Ebanks, what's going on? You can't judge, right? Because you see, like somebody came in yesterday and they said, oh, well, I think Errol Spence is not working. He's hanging out. And I said, well, just because you're hanging out, Fly High 89, Flame, what's going on? Natty Dread, what's going on? So I said, just because you see him hanging out don't mean he's not working. Because just like somebody said, well, you see Terrence Crawford. I said, Terrence Crawford's hanging out. And they said, well, yeah, well, he's on vacation. I said, well, you could hang out on vacation and don't be doing nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't judge that book by its cover. Chris Lopez, what's going on? Jay Gomez, what's going on? You can't do it. Terry Approved, right? Peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing today? And I told you guys, it's coming. Sean Miller, what's going on? Reality Pop Star, brother in the Super Chat. Great brother Blue, hashtag Pop Star. Salute to you, great brother. Keith Wolf, what's going on? Sean Miller, what's going on? Sean Kong, what's going on? So, like I said, so the brother said that he had trouble with Arthur Beterbiev. Now, Marcus Brown, he got an arm reach, he got boxing ability, he's skilled, he's quick, right? And we know Rico Brino, what's going on? We now know the situation with Jean Pascal, right? Mia Carriers Ray, what's going on? Miguel Perez, Nooney D, what's going on? Oak Park Boxing, Gerardo Valencia, what's going on? Mike G, what's going on? So we now know, right, that he had an unfair advantage, Jean Pascal. We know this now, right? But Marcus Brown has all the skills in the world to beat Arthur Beterbiev. He just got to stay disciplined for 12 rounds. Big brother in life, what's going on? Gavin Washington, what's going on? And so here's the thing. Derek James is not getting enough credit. Brent Lumber, 909, what's going on? For his work. Terrell Curtis, Bulletin Gibson, what's going on? Mario Pereira, what's going on? Derek James is not getting nowhere near the credit for his work. Gaming with Ease, what's going on? Gavin Washington, Just Do Boxing, what's going on? He's just not. Von D Game, my brother in the Super Chat, he says, salute, Blue Blood. Salute to you, great brother. And I'm working on having the website. The website is done. T-Town, the CEO, what's going on? Bring it, AJ Fanatic, what's going on? The website is done. The Rise 12 Tribe, what's going on? The merchandise will be in the website. That's what I'm literally working on every single day. Mark West, what's going on? The colors, the merchandise, the hats, the shirts, so on and so forth. Ghost Tagger, what's going on? Randy Hardaway, what's going on? Solomon Walker, what's going on? So that'll be, I'm working on I want everything to be on the website once you open it. Well, it's done now. Justin Hawkins, what's going on? So it's done now. LV Slugger, my brother in Super Chat. EJ, next opponent might be Mr. Hidden Valley since he loves his ranch. Hashtag ranch season. Come on, brother, cut it out. Dirk Chapman, what's going on? Randy Hardaway, Pull Counter Boxing. Go subscribe to my brother, Pull Counter Boxing. Terrell Gosberry, what's going on? Here's the thing. Let me ask y'all a question. Eric O, what's going on? Have y'all seen Errol Spence pursue anybody other than the best? See, this is what gets dismissed. Corey Littles, what's going on? In this whole situation, Mr. VA Fitted, what's going on? Valderquist, what's going on? Sean Billy, what's going on? In this whole equation, so it's just like This reminds me so much of Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, right? So now all of a sudden, Mike G, what's going on? Sean Billy, what's going on? Errol Spence fights like lesser performance fighters. He fights low-level opposition. Who, when, and where? That guy George, what's going on? Bobo, what's going on? Isidro Bermudez, what's going on? Who, when, and where? Jimothy Mays, what's going on? Henry King, what's going on? When have you seen Errol Spence pick and choose lackluster fights? LV Live, my brother LV, True Allah Butler, what's going on? When? He came off a 14-month layoff and fought Danny Garcia. Sylvester Solomon, 2011, what's going on? Roosevelt Hill said, it's been 4 years, man. No excuse for that. Right. But Roosevelt Hill, let me ask you a question. Are you putting the blame where it belongs? Because now I could break it down to you. Now let's see if you're going to be realistic. Or are you just being a man fan? Leo Vince Smoke, what's going on? Fade Williams, what's going on? Are we going to be realistic? See, I am an advocate for the truth. See me grow, what's going on? Tell the truth. Tyler Smith, what's going on? On the mic, my brother Terrence Bailey seeing. Go subscribe to my brother On the Mic with Terrence Bailey seeing in Super Chat. You can be on vacation but still be committed to 300 push-ups and sit-ups per day. It depends on your level of dedication. Yep, vacay is the same vacay is the same 2 or 1. Facts, don't matter where you go. So now here's the thing, right? Lavish Life Entertainment. Now Danny Garcia is not a good fighter. We won't have that. Matthew Jones, what's going on? Dominic Seaborn, what's going on? Juan Ramirez, what's going on? Now we're not going to act like Danny Garcia is not a good fighter. If you come here acting like Danny Garcia is not a good fighter, right? Then you got to go. If you can't come here and be realistic, and you're going to act like Danny Garcia is not a good fighter, especially coming off a 14-month layoff and suffering a horrific car accident, and you're going to act like Danny Garcia is a walk in the park, then you got to go. Period. I will not tolerate the downplay of these dudes stepping in the ring and competing at a high level. Danny Garcia is only viewed as such because Danny Garcia, Jimmy Bernard, Punch Drunk 412, what's going on? Danny Garcia is only viewed as such because he lost to Errol Spence, he lost to Sean Porter, and he lost to Keith Thurman. Who else did he lose to? Who else did Danny Garcia lose to? Who? He lost to the best in the division. What are you talking about? So Terrence Crawford's biggest victory is against Sean Porter. But Sean Porter's biggest victory is Danny Garcia. Bradley Carroll, what's going on? So what are we talking about here? Perham 80, what's going on? So losing to Errol Spence, losing to Keith Thurman, and losing to Sean Porter, the best fighters in the division, that means you're not good? Please stop. So if that means you're not good, Manny Pacquiao had been knocked out more times than Danny Garcia lost. Danny Garcia, the same amount of times. Manny Pacquiao been knocked out 3 times by guys you never heard of except for one. You can't even name the 2 dudes that knocked Manny Pacquiao out first. But I know you get ready to tell me that was early in his career, though. That's what you get ready to tell me. That's what you get ready to tell me. Because it was early in his career, right? That's what you get ready to tell me. Jesus Valdez Carranza workout. What's going on? 89 Skeezy. What's going on? You get ready to try to tell me, well, that was early in his career. He been knocked out 3 times. Marquez put him to sleep the last time they fought. Knocked out. Tay Brown, peace of blessings, Queen. How you doing today? Noonie D, brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Keep staying up on the news, homie. Love from the Shy. Salute to the Shy, man. Big brother in life, what's going on? Right? Lock for Ken 12, what's going on? Oak Park Boston, what's going on? So Manny Pacquiao been knocked out 3 times. Danny Garcia by 2 guys you never even heard of. You have no clue who those 2 guys are, right? But then Jose Polanco said Danny is a C-level fighter. In what world? You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know boxing. Robert Montgomery, what's going on? Malik Bowers, what's going on? I ain't never see Danny Garcia lose to no B and C level fighters. he only lost to A-level fighters. That makes him a C-level fighter? Okay, so now watch this now. Watch this now. Skills pay the bills. What's going on? My brother Charles Edward Cheese in the building. What's going on, great brother? Now watch this now. We talk about the Fantastic Four, right? Leonard, Hagler, Duran, and Hearns, right? Roberto Duran is one versus everything else losses when it comes to the rest. He only won one time against Sugar Ray Leonard, and Sugar Ray Leonard fought his fight. And Sugar Ray Leonard came back and fought his fight, and he outclassed him and made him quit. So he only won one time. Thomas Marlin, what's going on? G. Mays, what's going on? Against all these guys. He even lost to Benitez. So he lost to Hearns. He lost to Sugar Ray the second time and quit. He didn't just lose, he lost and quit. Then he lost to Hagler, Duran, Hearns, and Sugar Ray Leonard, and Benitez. And he quit. So does that make Roberto Duran a C-level fighter? Because he didn't beat the best in his era, in his weight class. DJ, what's going on? Shy Focus, what's going on? I know you're getting ready to start telling me, yeah, but he went up in weight, and he did this, and he fought it this way and that way. Humble wisdom, what's going on? So does that make him a C-level fighter? Does that rate Roberto Duran a C-level fighter? Because he only won one fight. And then when he rematched the guy he did win against. Right? Yeah, Cinnamon Savage. Did I say that? Sorry about that. Cinnamon Savage caught that. See, y'all quick. He caught that. Mike G, what's going on? He lost. Did I say he lost to himself, Cinnamon? Hey, Cinnamon Savage. Did I say he lost to himself? Hey, I was counting, and Cinnamon Savage, right? While I was counting, I'm like, man, how did I get to 5? Healthy Hustler, what's going on? Woo! Demetrius Hall, what's going on? As I was saying, I'll be on the roll, man. Just being E, what's going on? Hey, Cinnamon Savage, thank you for catching that, right? Because I was saying to myself, man, how did I get the number 5? When I put up the number 5, I was saying to myself, man, how did I get to the number 5? Hey, oh, snap. Thank you, Cinnamon Savage, for catching that. Whew. Oh, snap. I was saying to myself, I'm like, man, how did I get to number 5? Hey, he lost. He said, how did Duran lose to Duran? Oh, snap. Woo. Oh, snap. He lost the he lost to Hagler, Hearns, and Leonard, and Benitez is what I meant to say. And that's how I got to number 5. I'm like, and he lost to Duran. Destiny back, peace and blessings to you, Queen. Hey. Oh, snap. I said he lost to Hagler, Hearns, Leonard, Benitez, and Duran. And I did like this. And I'm like, as I did like this, I'm like, how did I get to the number 5? So anyway, right? He lost. He's 1-4 against those dudes. Right? New Jersey, what's going on? Player One Entertainment, what's going on? He's 1-4 against those dudes. Does that make him not a good fighter? Does that make him John J. Doe? What's going on? Mike G, what's going on? Leslie Willis, what's going on? So does that make Roberto Duran not a good fighter or a C-level fighter? Chris Lawson, what's going on? No. David Da Vinci, what's going on? No. And he got knocked out. So he got knocked out by Hearns, badly, brutally, right? And then he got outboxed by Hagler. He quit against Sugar Ray Leonard. You see what I'm saying? He quit against Sugar Ray Leonard. He got knocked out by Hearns. He got outboxed by Hagler. He lost in every way possible. And then he got dominated by Wilfred Benitez. DJ says, cool, Blue. Sometimes you burn yourself while cooking. Facts. Rebel Eye, what's going on? William Crowder, brother in Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in Super Chat. Blue, you my guy. You always keep it 100. Hit the like button. Salute. That's the only way I know how to do it. Listen, I'm about the truth. Listen, Elliot Vergil, what's going on? I'm a fan of the sport of boxing first. And then I'm a fan of the truth second. The Rated Scholar, what's going on? Dub Level, Sal Mal, what's going on? DI, what's going on? Les Hart, what's going on? You understand? And we got to keep it 100. Now, I don't have a problem with you being a Terrence Crawford fan. I don't have a problem with you being an Errol Spence fan. Or Canelo Alvarez, whomever else you are a fan of. Cool. But the problem I do have is when you're not keeping it 100, right? Like the brother came in here and said, Errol Spence has been avoiding Terrence Crawford for 4 years. In what world? How is that even a narrative? Lionel Montgomery is going on. How is that even a thing? How can he possibly be avoiding Terrence Crawford for 4 years? What are you talking about? Where did you even get that from? And B More, what's going on? North Baltimore, B More, Baltimore. Supreme TD at 4L, what's going on? Chosen One, what's going on? Smash the like button. We got 800 people. We should have 800 likes. Right? How could he possibly be avoiding him for 4 years? Let's just go to the fact. Do we even take time out to say Unstoppable Force 101? What's going on? Do we even take the time out to say to ourselves, well, let me go back and do the time and do my homework before I repeat something that just don't even completely sound right? Chris Martin, what's going on? This is why I tell you that you should look in the mirror before you repeat something. Let's look in the mirror and say to ourselves, did I do the necessary homework on this to say such thing? Now, if we go back 4 years, Terrence Crawford wasn't even a 147-pounder. Y'all didn't even hear what I said. If I go back 4 years, he wasn't even a welterweight yet. So how could he possibly have bone 45? What's going on? He wasn't even a welterweight yet. Mr. Carter, what's going on? How could it be 4 years? Pat Cannon, what's going on? Adrian Hughes, what's going on? Sammy Gray, what's going on? Chad Black, what's going on? He wasn't even a welterweight yet. How could he possibly avoid him for 4 years? Broderick Hunter, what's going on? How can that be possible? Jimothy Mays, what's going on? Travis Holiday, what's going on? How? Somebody explain to me how's that possible? When the brother wasn't even a welterweight yet 4 years ago. How? Jeffrey Brooks, brother Superjet, sure hope the IBF don't screw up big paydays for a fight between Bud versus Errol by having Boots as mandatory next. That's scary for Errol. Coach Show Drive Raceball, what's going on? Yasha Wahaz Blade, what's going on? No, they won't mandate JJ and Langman. What's going on? Theodore Gant, what's going on? He just became in that position. So they're not going to mandate Boots fight Errol Spence next. DJ Senji, what's going on? Jay Bags, what's going on? He's just put himself in position to be the mandatory for that title now. Now, he's more than likely, I could see Jerron Boots Ennis fighting, what's the dude name just beat Abdulkarov, Cody Crowder, right? As a title eliminator, which makes him the mandatory. But as I said, right, no, he moved up to welterweight and he fought Jeff Horn in June of 2018. So he fought Jeff Horn in June of 2018. So that means he wasn't even a welterweight 4 years ago. That's his first welterweight title, June of 2018. That's his first opportunity. That's his first welterweight title fight. It's June of 2018. Now, that is not 4 years ago. Josh Brown, peace of blessing to the great brother in the super chat. That's not 4 years ago. So, and even if that was, now let's go to the videotape, because y'all know I deal in truth, not feelings. We deal with facts over feelings. Kid Clientele 19 is going on. So here's the facts. Even if he did fight 4 years ago, right? the fact remains is we know Terrence Crawford stated himself, not me, not Errol Spence, not Sean Porter, not Keith Thurman. No, nobody but Terrence Crawford. He stated on record the number one objective going to welterweight is not Errol Spence. My number one objective is to fight and beat Keith Thurman, Manny Pacquiao, and Danny Garcia. Y'all didn't hear what I said? You want me to repeat it for you? Renee Bashung, my brother Renee Bashung in the building. Big George 850. Pedro Ramirez, what's going on? Adam Arciliola, what's going on? He said on record, when talking to Stephen A. Smith, Max Kellerman, Jaquan Pickett, Eric O, what's going on? Right before he fought Jeff Horn, right? They asked him, what about a fight with Errol Spence? Errol Spence seems like Errol Spence and you is going to be the big fight there. He seems like he passes the eye test for us. He's the guy that you're going to have to fight at welterweight. And he responded by saying, side the rule, what's going on? He responded by saying, salute to Josh Brown in the super chat, appreciate you. He is not the man to beat. The man to beat at welterweight is Keith Thurman. Manny Pacquiao is my number one objective, and I want to fight Danny Garcia because I wanted to fight Danny Garcia when he was at 140, but he never fought me. That's his 3 fights. And then Stephen A. Smith, and y'all know how I feel about Stephen A. Smith. Then Stephen A. Smith says, well, my eyes tell me, Frankie C31, what's going on? Colin Walters, what's going on? Cody Puller, what's going on? Stephen A. Smith said, Emmanuel H., my brother, in the building. Kizzy Hayes, what's going on? I am J. Lou, what's going on? Emmanuel, drop that link in the chat for the basketball channel. I'm gonna hit up Destiny Black after the show so we can set something up. So he said, Stephen A. Smith said, well, my eyes tell me that Errol Spence is the guy. And he responded by saying, your eyes are deceiving you. Y'all didn't hear what I said. Y'all didn't hear what I said. We got 930 people and we got 500 likes. That means we have 430 people moonlighting. 930 people and we have 400 likes. I'm going to say it again. 930 people and we have 400 likes. Go subscribe to the basketball channel. We'll be doing shows soon. It'll be me, Destiny Black, and my brother Emmanuel H. in the building. So it'll be me, Destiny Black, and Emmanuel H. We'll be doing the basketball channel. So Stephen A. Smith says, and I can find the video if you want to hear it, because I always keep receipts on deck. So he said, my eyes tell me that Errol Spence is the guy. He said, your eyes are deceiving you because he's not the guy. So even if he came in a division 4 years ago, let's say, D-Vlogs, what's going on? Errol Spence was never his number one objective. It was never his objective at all. K-Dub Spencer, what's going on? Because TJ Hall, what's going on? And see, I don't have a problem with that not being his objective. But when you see, so here's where the problem comes in. See, I don't have a problem if Terrence Crawford had a plan and he said, this is my plan. These guys are my fight. Mr. Tally 140, what's going on? I have zero problem with that. If he had a plan and he's trying to stick to it. And yeah, Texas Bulldog Boxing, what's going on? It got altered because Errol Spence upset that apple cart. Bernard Crawford, what's going on? Boxing goes, what's going on? I don't have an issue with that. But this is where I do have an issue. Y'all don't mind not bringing up Terrence Crawford's game plan and his plan, his strategic plan, right? But then when Errol Spence says he had a plan to clean out the division, now we have a problem with that. That's where we differ. LV Slugger, my brother in Super Chat, Duran moved up and beat Barkley. I told y'all he was going to do this. I told you he was going to do this. DeAndre Smith, what's going on? I don't even have to read the rest, right? But I told you he was going to do this. I told you after I showed you that Roberto Duran went 1-4 against the best guys at welterweight, he's going to come in here and he's going to say, yeah, well, he moved up in weight. I told you, we always move the goalposts. We don't know what Danny Garcia is going to do in the future. So how could you say Danny Garcia is a C-level fighter when he ain't finished his career? You don't know what he's going to do in the future. So salute to my brother LV Slug in the Super Chat. Durant moved up and he beat Barkley for a middleweight title and gave Hagler a tough, close fight. We have to see what Danny do at 154. No big win at 147. Okay. So one big win, and then you rematch the guy and he make you quit. and show you that he didn't fight his fight the first time. So that just showed us if he fought his fight the first time, Duran has no wins at welterweight either. So I didn't know having a close fight means that you get kudos for it. Because if that's the case, why don't you give Sean Porter the credit he deserves for having close fights? See, you can't move the goalposts. You just can't do it. We can't move the goalposts. Mega 15, what's going on? Destiny Black, the queen in the super chat, said, Blue, didn't Buzz say he wanted to fight Thurman on Breakfast Club too? Sure did. Mike HG 1189, brother said, I'm nervous for Errol Spence. Why would I be nervous for Errol Spence? Quato Loso, what's going on? Dice Money 2, what's going on? Why would I be nervous for Errol Spence? Make it make sense. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Because, see, the truth. So tell me, Mike, don't time out nobody. Don't block nobody. Don't do none of that. Ready to rumble, brother. What's going on? Greg Carter, what's going on? Don't time out nobody. Don't block nobody. Don't do any of those things. And Destiny Black, peace and blessings to the queen. She said, yes, he said the same thing. Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao has always been his number one objective. But yet, when it comes to Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, we tend to just overlook the facts. No, we're not going to overlook the facts. That's been his number one objective forever. DeAndre Carey, what's going on? He even said when he sat, Destiny Black, when he sat down with Andre Ward, right before his fight with Kell Brook, right? Andre Ward asked him, what is his, if he could have his next 4 fights laid out, what would they be? You know what he said? Number 1, Manny Pacquiao. Never altered his plans. Number 2, Keith Thurman. Never altered his plans. Number 3, Errol Spence. Right? Now we know this is right before he fought Kell Brook, November last year. Keith Thurman coming off a loss with Manny Pacquiao and didn't fight. Shogun 76, what's going on? And was inactive. So why you still mention him? Because he had a plan from the beginning. Jay Cooley, Torrin Harris, what's going on? Because he had a plan from the beginning. So he said Keith Thurman, Manny Pacquiao, Errol Spence was 3. And then he said Danny Garcia. Now get this. Remember, he fought November 14th. So that means he named 2 guys. One guy coming off of a loss and was inactive. That was Keith Thurman, who hadn't fought in a year and coming off a loss to Manny Pacquiao. He still was on Terrence Crawford list. Okay. Then number 2, he said, Teron Harris said, bro, you talk more than Spence. Well, if that's the case, don't I talk more than Terrence Crawford too? Silly. I should talk more than everybody because I talk every day. Now, what sense does that make? I told y'all, before you say something, repeat it in the mirror back to yourself before you say it out loud. Because then it don't make sense. So you just said I talk more than Spence. I should. This is my job, and I do it Monday through Friday and Saturday and Sunday if there's fights. Why would Errol Spence speak Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sunday if there's fights? Don't Stephen A. Smith and don't Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp, don't they speak more than everybody else? I'm asking for a friend, Teron Harris. Don't they speak for more? Doesn't everybody on social media that's media members speak more than the athletes? I'm just curious. I'm curious to know. Teron Harris. Now answer that question. You were quick to type that in. Now I need you to be quick to respond. Jeffrey Brooks, brother in the super chat. Bud just thought at the time Keith was the man instead of Errol. Keith and Errol was undefeated, and it was a pick one decision for Bud. Here we go, Jeffrey Brooks. I just said that right before he fought Kell Brook, November of 2020, November 14th of 2020, before the Kell Brook fight, he was sat down with Andre Ward, right? Right? He sat down with Andre Ward, right? And on the sit down with Andre Ward, he was asked if he could lay out his next 3 to 4 fights, who would it be? He said Manny Pacquiao at 1, at 2, Keith Thurman, who just lost to Manny Pacquiao and was inactive for a year. Then he said Errol Spence and Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia already lost to Keith Thurman, and he already lost to Sean Porter. He was getting ready to fight Errol Spence the next month. So you will have those two guys, one of those two guys get ready to lose, but yet you still want to fight him. So what are we talking about here? Texas Bulldog Boxing brother in Super Chat. Sick of the Spence. I'm 5'5" and 150. I'm a small guy, and Spence make my weight to fight world champs. He wants Bud and Ugas ASAP. Period. Facts. Facts. So the brother said, "Hey man, you the limit you go, but he ain't saying nothing though." Now watch this. Tyrone Harris. Now tell us what did I say that wasn't true? Set for Life Production brother in Super Chat. Keep with the facts. They can't handle the truth. I'm Team Crawford, but I get boxing promoting one-on-one. Now it's just on social media versus mainstream. Facts. Jason Jones, what's going on? Adam Quinnos, what's going on? Salute my brother Set for Life Productions. Emmanuel H, brother in Super Chat. Man, this team, man down. Had LFG, dirt nap time for whoever next. Line them up. Hashtag strap season. Hashtag big face. We want all the smoke. Facts. Destiny Black, peace of buzz to the queen. She said, Blue, drop your website for the merch. I'm going to drop it soon. I'm going to drop it because I'm still working on the actual. I was going to show y'all the thing. I don't know if I can even do that. But I want to finish it. I want to finish all the merch and have everything there before I drop the link because I don't want it to be half nothing. But just to show y'all that I'm working, just so y'all know I'm not making it up, I'm going over different things and different, you can see there, I had to show it quick, but, I'm going through different things and different, we're going through different designs and stuff like that. E2G Performance. What's going on? I Know Boxing. What's going on? Red, Louis Rule. What's going on? Charles Bell. Z Signal. What's going on? Prince Jeff. Earl Harmon. What's going on? Ramon Clark. Right. So where's the dude? Because I just seen some DJ Senji. What's going on? Terrell Curtis. DJ Hall. Jarvis Emery. Calhoun Carey. What's going on? Bay Building Bay. What's going on? Money. Sky. What's going on? So Teron Harris, come in here and explain to us. Tell us. Because I'm gonna drop the phone lines, right? So Teron Harris, call in and tell us what I said that wasn't true. Trey Dub 234, brother, what's going on? Jeffrey Brooks, brother in Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in Super Chat. He said that's because Bud has already lost interest in fighting Errol. By that time, Bud said the fight didn't matter to him because there was too many promotional issues in making the fight, Blue. So let me ask y'all a question. I'm going to ask y'all a question. Male Night Boxing, what's going on? Everything y'all saying sounds like you're making up excuses. I'm not making up excuses. LaShawn Badley, what's going on? OMG Beats, what's going on? What y'all are saying is excuses. I'm just telling you the timelines and the facts. So my brother Jeffrey Brooks, salute to my brother Jeffrey Brooks, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. Maya Egypt, peace of blessings, queen. He said, okay, Teron Harris said you never bring up Errol Spence's excuses. What excuses did he have, Teron Harris? Watch this now. Since you want to play this game and ride this train, now you're going to be the example tonight. What excuses? Go ahead. Put the excuses in there. Hakeem Barrion, what's going on? Now, while you're trying to think about the excuses, watch this now. Now put the excuses in the chat. Go ahead. So now he says, yeah, Teron Harris, put the excuses in the chat. You asking me what excuses? You know the excuses that Errol Spence came up with, so put them in the chat. Go. Let's go. Put them in the chat. While I get to my brother Jeffrey Brooks. D Vlogs, what's going on? Now put them in the chat. Jeffrey Brooks, my brother, he said, is that a real question? What you saying everything but the excuses. Don't type in nothing else but the excuses that you said Errol Spence had. Type that in the chat. Don't ask me no questions. Don't ask me rhetorical, none of that. Put the excuses that Errol Spence said in the chat. Go. Ches Bleak 0573, what's going on? You should have it already up here. because you said that all the excuses that Errol Spence made. So I need you to put them in the chat now. Benji Dollars, what's going on? Go ahead, go. Now, Jeffrey Brooks, my brother, he said by that time, Errol Spence, he said by that time, Terrence Crawford had already lost interest. Okay. Akondo Sammy Hassan, what's going on? Now, Jeffrey Brooks, answer this question. How could he lose interest in an Errol Spence fight when he didn't lose interest in a Manny Pacquiao fight for 5 years? S550, what's going on? Bible English, what's going on? Those by the bar boxing, what's going on? S550J, my brother, what's going on? Now, watch this now. He chased Manny Pacquiao for the better part of 5 years, knowing his promoter is on record saying that he prevented the fight from happening. Devontae Richardson, what's going on? Bob Arum is on record saying, I didn't make the fight on purpose. He's been chasing Manny Pacquiao since 2014. That's 7 years. RD999, what's going on? Okay? And this is something I don't like to do because let me just say this. I don't have an issue with Terrence Crawford's stance. I don't have an issue with what direction he's choosing going or none of that. Accountability is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about his skill set or any of those things. I'm not saying I don't like Terrence Crawford. I'd say he's the best fighter in the world. Right? So let's just clarify that because they're going to come in, oh, you don't like Terrence Crawford. Right? So how could you get tired of trying to negotiate and make a fight with Errol Spence for a year and a half, but you didn't get tired of trying to make a fight with Manny Pacquiao for the better part of 7 years? And then, as soon as you're a network promotional free agent, Jeffrey Brooks, right? As soon as, now get this, as soon as he's not with Bob Arum in Top Rank, suddenly he's not tired of chasing the Errol Spence fight. Now explain that to me. Go ahead, Jeffrey Brooks. So you wasn't tired of trying to get the Pacquiao fight for the better part of 6 to 7 years. Teron Harris says Spence created sides of the street. Sorry, good try, try again. So Errol Spence was trying to fight Timothy Bradley, who just happened to be with Top Rank and Bob Arum. And Errol Spence and Timothy Bradley says, on record, since when do Top Rank and Bob Arum do business with PBC and Al Heyman? We don't do business. So that's why I'm not fighting Errol Spence. So how could Errol Spence create his side of the streets? That's when Errol Spence was Timothy Bradley's mandatory before Terrence Crawford even came on the set. So Teron Harris, I just proved you wrong. So how could he possibly be created sides of the streets when Timothy Bradley, before Terrence Crawford even came to the welterweight division, Timothy Bradley had Errol Spence as his mandatory, and Timothy Bradley said, we don't do business with that side of the street. Since when is Top Rank and Bob Arum do business with that side of the street? That's why I'm not fighting Errol Spence. So what are you talking about, Teron Harris? How could he possibly create something that was already created before him? Make it make sense. You don't make sense. Now you're talking about, listen what he said. Because Spence told Bud he on the wrong side of the street. Watch this now. You should quit while you're ahead. You should really quit while you're ahead. So watch this now. Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford's own promoter, Bob Arum, stated that there's sides of the street and it's difficult to do business. Bob Arum says it's a great fight with Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, but who's going to be the one to put up the money from that side of the street? Because we're not putting up the money. I don't have to be a politician. Bob Arum says, who's going to put the money? That's a great fight. It's a big fight. Who's going to put up the money from that side of the street to make the fight happen? That's Terrence Crawford's promoter. Now answer that question. No, Teron Harris, I'm getting ready to block you, brother. Because now you're getting ready to annoy me. So I'm asking you the question, brother. Now you're talking about all I'm doing is dancing around truth. All I'm doing is giving you facts. What are you talking about? You sound silly. Everything I'm telling you is on record from their mouths. And you talking about I'm dancing around. What truth? What truth are you dealing with? Where do you reside at? Mars? You reside on Mars? So I'm asking you the question. I'm asking you the question now. Yeah, facts is facts. Who said that? Bob Arum or Errol Spence? Who said that? Who brought up sides of the streets first? Timothy Bradley before Terrence Crawford even came to welterweight, or Errol Spence? Who you said to Errol Spence created sides of the street? Sides of the street was created by Top Rank. Actually, sides of the street was created by Top Rank when they was talking about making the Manny Pacquiao Floyd Mayweather fight. If you know your homework. So you just said that Errol Spence created sides of the street. How could he possibly do such a thing? Now answer the question. Urban Green, what's going on? Arise 12 Tribe, what's going on? The Genuine, what's going on? Inglewood Black, what's going on? Side of Ruler, what's going on? James Johnson, brother in the super chat, he said, Blue, whenever the fight is made between Crawford and Spence, who you have winning in how many rounds and what fashion? I think Errol Spence is going to win, split decision. I think it's going to be a very, very close fight. It's going to be a fill-out fight. And Kit Lane, what's going on? But anybody can win. It's a 50-50 fight. My brother's keeper, what's going on? Jim Hustle, what's going on? That's why you want to see it. Makai Jeffries, what's going on? Three Will Hay, what's going on? Bud fight all competition. He fought PBC fights at 140. Brother, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. So you should just quit. Just be a fan, bro. Jeffrey Brooks, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Bob M, like you said, let it be known he didn't want to make that fight point blank. Errol was a different issue. You had percentage issues, resume issues, and pay-per-view issues with Bud and Errol. Brother. Boy, y'all give me a headache, man. Y'all give me a headache. Y'all don't do no research before you say the things you say. Before you address me, you should go and do your research. So my brother Jeffrey Brooks dropping this half a dub on your boy Blue. He just said that it was a different situation with Manny Pacquiao and Errol and Terrence Crawford. How could it be a different situation when the problem was the purse split? Hello? He didn't want to pay Manny Pacquiao. Hello? So that was the first thing that came up with Manny Pacquiao and Terrence Crawford. It's because Bob Arum says who was going to pay Manny Pacquiao the purses. Not only was it a problem for Manny Pacquiao, but it was a problem for his own fighter in Terrence Crawford. He didn't even want to pay his own fighter. He didn't even want to pay his own fighter. So why are you talking about it's a different issue with Errol and Bud? No, that's not an issue. It's a fact that Errol Spence has done bigger pay-per-view numbers. It's only an issue to people that are delusional. Percentages and purses with Manny Pacquiao, Bob Arum said that Manny Pacquiao was asking for too much money. The last time I checked, that has to do with your purse. So what are we talking about here? And at one point in time, they both were signed to Top Rank, and that still was a problem. He didn't get tired of negotiating or trying to negotiate that with his promoter that told him he wasn't going to do it. What are you talking about? He didn't get tired of the promoter or Manny Pacquiao, but you're here trying to talk about why he got tired of negotiating with Errol Spence. Please explain to me what you're talking about. His promoter told him on the numerous occasions that I'm not putting up the money for this fight. But yet he still pursued it with that same promoter and the same fighter. What are you talking about? I'm confused, man. Y'all be getting me on this path, man. I don't know how I keep letting y'all do it. I don't know how. Percy Moore, brother in Super Chat. That dude is Errol Spence Jr. just won a 60-40 split. Facts. Salute to my brother Percy Moore. How you feeling out there? How you doing out there in the field, great brother? Blessings to you. Man, I don't understand. Harvey Hot Dog, what's going on? James Dorsey, what's going on? Anthony Chappelle, what's going on? Dodge J, what's going on? You ain't tell Blue to do no research, brother, because I ain't got to do research. I am the research. I'm a walking research. So I ain't got to do no research. You got to do research. That guy George, what's going on? Johnny Mack, what's going on? Jackson Moel, what's going on? Don't tell me to do no research. What research I got to do, brother? No, you need to do your research. Salute my brother Percy Moore. Jeffrey Brooks, brother in Super Chat. Blue, those are the words from Bud Crawford, not mine. Don't believe me, then look it up. Look up what? Look up what? What's there to look up? Teron Harris said, I clearly don't know that Bud fought PBC fighters at junior welterweight. Yeah, I know that. I know that already, but they're not high-profile fighters. See, this is why I tell you, go do your research. Research some more. Yeah, but they're not high-profile fighters. What are you talking about? It's not the same thing. You're talking about thousands of hundreds of thousands compared to millions of dollars. No network, no promotional company. They don't want to give up no leverage. What are you talking about? Y'all need to stop talking, man. That just sounds silly. Yeah, he fought against let's say it was Hank Lundy from the PBC. Hank Lundy don't represent pay-per-view. He don't represent the big money fights. He don't represent millions upon millions upon millions of dollars. It's completely two different things. ESPN is not trying to give up no ground, and neither is PBC. What are you talking about? Jeffrey Brooks said, Blue, those are buzzwords. I don't know what you're talking about. What are buzzwords? Brother, BZ World Play, brother in the Super Chat, dropping that half a go on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. Yo, Blue, dudes create narratives and don't even watch boxing like that. People arguing and ain't start watching boxing until they seen Tank Davis fight. Facts. Clinton Eddie, what's going on? Peace to Australia. DVT game, what's going on? And they do all of this before they even do research and stuff. Just saying stuff, repeating stuff, just like I told people. When he said, oh, Sean Porter wasn't trying to fight me. Yeah, Sean Porter wasn't trying to fight him when he had a belt. And I give you the timeline. How could Sean Porter possibly trying to fight him when he had a belt? It don't even make sense. James Johnson, brother in the Super Chat. Much love to you, great brother. Michael Helton, brother in the Super Chat. He said, I would like to see Boots versus Crawford. I would like to see Boots versus everybody. Part twice. What's going on? Y'all just be saying stuff just to say stuff, man. Chavez, what's going on? Eric Salazar, my brother in Super Chat. He said, you know I love the show, right? Oh, my brother. Here go my brother, Eric Salazar. Told me I love the show, man. My brother been here for years, and he told me, man, I love the show, man. Salute to my brother, Eric Salazar, man. He do it to me every day. Salute to you, great brother. He been here forever, man. Forever. B-Dub FT, what's going on? Boxing regular fan, what's going on? So anyway, just for the record, I love Terrence Crawford. I love what he brings to the table. I think he's the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world. I think Errol Spence is the number 3 best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. And I got Canelo Alvarez at number 2. Lechi Puma Skills, what's going on? And I want to see number 1 versus number 3. I think Errol Spence has one leg up. Music of Troy, what's going on? You can believe what you want to believe. Whoever you feel is going to win. I don't have a problem with that. I just think that Errol Spence, I give the edge to Errol Spence. I know. D916, brother in Super Chat, much love to you. Appreciate you. Says smash the like button. Yeah, get the likes up, man. We got 1,200 people here. We should have 1,200 likes. My brother, Devon Webster, brother in the Super Chat, dropping that half a good on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. Blue, you in your bag tonight. These dudes got you turned up. He said they've been feeding into the false narrative so long, it hurts to admit they're wrong, and Bud didn't want to fight as much as he claims. So my thing is that, so like Devon Webster, right? So now I give you all the facts. So now they'll say, yeah, well, what about now? See, those are the games I can't play that. Deontay Mosley, what's going on? Marky Dan 123, what's going on? G Gotti 04, what's going on? See, that's the thing. Deontay Mosley, where you been at? Brandon B, what's going on? See, Nino Brown 45, what's 415, what's going on? KO Boxing breaking news, what's going on? See, that's what I don't like to do. Brother Powell, what's going on? Because now Santino Escalante, what's going on? Renee Bashan, my brother. Go subscribe to my brother, Renee Bashan. Renee dropped the link. Shogun 76, what's going on? See, that's the games, Devon Webster. I don't like to do that because now you're going to keep. See, here's the thing, right? Then you start to get in this conversation, right? And while you in this conversation, Chef Dre Boy, what's going on? Then it starts to turn into this, right? Oh, the sky's blue. Yeah, but no, it's light blue. You see that kind of conversation I can't have. Let's ride. What's going on? That's because that's what it turns into, right? Oh man, I'm telling you the sky's blue. Yeah, but blue. No, it's light blue though. It's light blue. You see what I'm saying? That's an unwinnable conversation. And that's what starts to happen, right? So now it starts to give you the timelines and the facts. And then you start to say stuff like this now, because now you've been proven wrong. So now instead of you just saying, you see, they're not going to say, nah, you know what? You was right, man. Man, I ain't think about that. Steve Cooley, what's going on? No, they ain't going to do that. Now it's going to turn into, yeah, but okay, so now he ain't with Bob Arum. As if he ain't been with Bob Arum for a year. I mean, the Sean Porter fight just took place on November 20th. It just took place November 20th. And now they're going to switch it. Now, all of a sudden, it's going to be, yeah, well, he free now. What's the problem now? You see what I'm saying? You can't. That's what I don't like to go down that hole. Jude 12, what's going on? Mark J, what's going on? And I keep telling myself I'm not going to do it. And I keep getting lowered down that hole. I keep telling myself I ain't going to do it. I'm not going to be able to do it. And I keep doing it. And I keep doing it. And I keep doing it. Huncho 2 times, what's going on? Jub, what's going on? Johnny Mack, brother in Super Chat, much love to you, great brother. I appreciate you. And the reason I don't like to go down that hole is because it turns into, see, he don't like Errol, he don't like Terrence Crawford. No, I never said that. I like the truth. See, and then they're going to say, see, he like the truth. Errol Spence. Boston Truth Center, what's going on? Yeah, I like Errol Spence. That's no secret. If you're a fan, I didn't get in. I'm a media member in boxing, right? But I deal with facts over feelings. And to become a member, if I was a media member of boxing and didn't love the sport of boxing, that's a problem. Jalen, peace and blessings, Queen. That's a problem. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm a fan of the sport. Tune, what's going on? I'm a knock your block off. What's going on? I'm a fan of the sport of boxing first. Khalid Ramouf Ahmed Bey, what's going on? And I can see, just like you can see, the guys that want to fight the absolute best, time and time again, and you can see guys that are just going through the motions. You can see it. You understand? Kendrick Booker, brother in the Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. Salute to my brother Kendrick Booker, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. Much love to you. Patrick Scott. Pat Scott, where you been at, Pat? Brother dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. Stay strong and grinding, Blue. Salute. Appreciate you, great brother. Salute to my brother Pat Scott, man. Dropping that dub on your boy Blue. See, that's what happens, right? It turns into that type of narrative. And that's the hole I don't like to go down. I don't like to do it because then again, you know, oh, see, he don't like Terrence Crawford. Man, to be a fan of the sport of boxing, right? And to do what I do, I have to be a fan of the sport of boxing first. So see, you have the luxury of just sitting there every day and you just a fan of salute to my brother Pat Scott in the Super Chat. The Haven Alexander, what's going on? Uncon Dom, brother in the Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. He said, I just watched the Boots versus Sergey fight. His footwork is reminiscent of Sweet Pea. I like his future. He's different. I think he should wait it out. He can beat Thurman though. Oh, for sure he can beat Keith Thurman. He could beat everybody. He has the tools, the skills to beat everybody. Jonathan 97, Quest for Knowledge. What's going on? Oh, who that, Brian?
Yeah, bro.
Hey, can you pass me 2 bottles of water and a Gatorade out the fridge? So I think he has the skills to beat everybody. Right? It all is going to come down to, like he corrected me, experience for me. Now he says I've been experienced. I've been doing this since I came out the womb. So Mamadou Mustafa Bey, what's going on? You know, Boots is special. He's gifted. He's different. He's definitely different. I want to see him now against Cody Crawley and push his way up in that position. Eric, what's going on? Brother Powell, what's going on? It's no cold. Just give me some warm waters. Like 2 or 3 of them. Salute to North Philly.
I'm about to put some right
now. All right, cool. Irvin Green, brother in the Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. Thank you, baby boy. He said, get the likes up. Salute, Blue, in the chat. Salute to you, great brother. So, Master Khalik, what's going on? So that's what in returns, Luis Rivera, what's going on? In return, it turns into, because you are a fan solely of one person, and because I respond to you, then it becomes NBA Rello, what's going on? Rello, what's going on? Then it becomes, oh, see, he don't like, no, because I'm responding to you. And because I'm responding to you, and because you are just dealing with all feelings, no facts, then in return, it looks like, see, you don't like Terrence Crawford. That's false. It's a 50-50 fight. It's the biggest fight in boxing. And the reason it's the biggest fight in boxing, because of Terrence Crawford's skills, because of Errol Spence's skills. But you'll come here and discredit Errol. Say, Errol Spence ain't fight nobody. That just sounds utterly ridiculous. How could he not fight anybody? What are we talking about here? Kyle Pettaway. Kai, what's going on? Jamie Ishman, what's going on? How? Oh, man, Danny Garcia, he ain't good. Oh, okay. So if Danny Garcia ain't good and you're a fan of Terrence Crawford, then why are you okay with Terrence Crawford pursuing Danny Garcia? And Sean Porter had a close fight with Danny Garcia. But you give him credit for beating Sean Porter. I don't get it. Edward Torres, what's going on? Nah, Devontae Webster, I read it. I had it on the screen, Devin Webster. Edward Torres, what's going on? Salute to the shot. Jeremy 2684, what's going on, great brother? Unless you dropped another one. I got your half a dub in there. Let me go. Irvin Green. Patrick Scott. Devon Webster. I read your super chat, great brother. Had it on the screen. Had it on the screen. You must be behind or ahead. But you said Blue, you in your bag tonight. I had it on the screen, great brother. Domo Hazy, brother in the super chat. He said, why everybody's saying Spence said 60-40 when he also said 70-30 or even 80-20. He never said 60-40 was the number. Well, see, the thing is, when he was being serious, he was asked about it, and he stated that they could call Al, make the fight happen. He believes that 60-40 should be in his favor. But this also gets dismissed. He also said, but I'm going to let Al negotiate it. Y'all didn't hear what I just said. He said it should be 60-40 split in my favor, but I'm also going to just let Al negotiate it. Which means that whatever Al negotiate, and it is maybe it's 55-45. Right? Maybe it's 55-45, right? He said he's gonna let Al negotiate it, but nobody talks about that. 3 Will, hey brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said salute Blue. I agree. He does have the ability and tools, but the experience, it will be Charlo versus Lubin all over again. No, I don't think so. Johnson Boys Entertainment, what's going on? I don't think so. I think that he's a completely different fighter from Lubin. He's far more disciplined. He's older. It's different. It's different from Charlo and Lubin. And Lubin got caught with a punch. We act like he got caught. Mildred Kennedy, what's going on? I'm on the wrong side of 40. So Big Groove, what's going on? So my thing is this. Lubin got caught with a punch he didn't see and knocked out. I don't care. You could have been a professional for 15 years and got caught with that punch and got knocked out. This is another misconception, right? People just be like, man, Lubin wasn't ready, man. He got knocked out. He got knocked out with a punch. Anybody could have caught him with that punch and knocked him out. So it had nothing to do with his experience. He ducked into a punch, got caught with it, and got knocked out. But we make it that well, like Charlo just went in there and was just dominating him every single round, breaking him down, and he was just any spin. That wasn't the case. He got caught early in the first round with a punch he didn't see. That's it. He could have got hit with that against anybody. Devin Webster, brother, back in the super chat. Pride is a thing of yep, blue for them. Facts. Pride is a heck of a thing. It sure is. Sure is, great brother. Uncon Don, brother in the super chat, he said Crawford versus Spence smash mouth boxing must happen. It's anybody's fight. I'm like Crawford, but I'll bet on Spence. Yeah, it's a great fight, man. See, Deuce Trade 23, what's going on? My thing is this: people will say, "Oh, this ain't it, man. This Errol Spence ain't fighting nobody. Errol Spence is this. You downplay Errol Spence, right? But then you want to see the fight. Well, why? Because if I'm a fan of any team, I'm not excited about them playing or competing against anybody that are at the bottom. Because I like competition. So I'm a Bulls fan, I'm a Yankees fan, 49ers fan, right? So Brilliant AJ, what's going on? Dre Finest, A Sneed, what's going on? I'm a Bulls fan, I'm a Yankee fan, I'm a 49er fan, right? So let's just go back to when my Bulls was at their highest peak, when they was competing in the 90s, and Jordan was at his peak, so on and so forth. Both three-peats. When we played teams like the Dallas Mavericks that weren't good in those eras, right? Or the Cavaliers when they didn't have Mark Price, Brad Daugherty, and Ron Harper, when they weren't that good, or when we played teams that just simply wasn't that good, I wasn't excited about it. My brother John Page, Batman in the building. What's going on with you, great brother? I was never excited about that. Why was I? I was excited when we played the Pistons, when we played the Lakers, when we played the Jazz, when we played the Sonics. I was excited to see those games because they had to compete. I'm a 49er fan. At that time, when we used to play, the Rams weren't that good. They weren't good at all, right? And so when we played division games against the Saints and the Rams, who weren't good at all, I wasn't excited about those games. But when we played the Cowboys and when we played the Giants and when we played the Eagles and when we played the Denver Broncos with John Elway or the Bengals with Boomer Esiason, I'm giving my age away, right? I was excited about those games, the Buffalo Bills. Why? Because those were competitive games, right? Why would I be excited about the law? So if you, Marcus Elliott, what's going on? If you're not Crane Enterprise, what's going on? If you're a fan of Terrence Crawford and you're excited about Errol Spence fight, but you say he's not a good fighter, then I'm confused. You that's an indication that you're a guy that plays video games on easy, right? On the easiest mode possible, just to say you're winning. You don't want competition. You're not in it for competition. There's a difference. Philip Garner, brother in Super Chat. A lot of people think Spence needs a tune-up, but I think Spence Pac-Man training camp was beneficial enough for a Crawford fight. What you think, Blue? No, because those don't. There's a thing of overtraining, and he just simply hasn't been in the ring. Now that's just my opinion. Who am I to say if he's ready or not? I'm just giving my opinion, right? He says he's ready. My brother Jay Ice, he just said that he's been working day in, day out, right? So who am I? I'm just saying, as far as that training camp, yeah, he's in shape. He's always in shape. He never missed weight. He's never not in shape, so he's always going to be in shape. But the ring rust is my thing. Is he going to have ring rust? BZ World Play, brother, back in the super chat. Yo, we have a treat. Boxing as boxing. This ain't no football. Anybody can get it. Right. Anybody, Master Khalid, what's going on? But just like in football and other sports, there are similarities. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. The worst team in the league could beat the best team in the league, just like we get upsets in the sport of boxing. There ain't no difference. Competition at the highest level is competition at the highest level. Just a different format. That's all. That's all. Robert Singleton, brother in Super Chat. Nobody wants to see your Niners in the first round, by the way. That's a fact. That's a fossil fact. Like my brother MREC TV will say. Real talk, what's going on? So it's just like this past weekend in the UFC. We had two major upsets in the UFC. Amanda Nunes loses. Nobody expected that. It just happens. And maybe it's because Odell Woods, what's going on? Uncon Don, brother in the Super Chat. Much love to you again, great brother. Maybe that's because they're not motivated, you understand, by those low-level fights. Gio James Club 98 said, I'm a 49 fan since 84. Man, I've been a 49 fan since 82, man. 82. Let's see TV, brother in Super Chat. I don't get how people think Spence doesn't want to fight when he said he wanted to be undisputed. So he know he has to fight, but to become that. Shaking my head. Facts. Not even that, right? He also gives Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford nothing but props. Broken Tradition. My brother Ron in the building. Go subscribe to my brother Ron, Broken Traditions. What's going on with you, Ron? Drop the link in the chat, Ron. St. Louis Mink, what's going on? Gio James Khalil 98, President Jafar, what's going on? So my thing is, my brother Ron. See, my brother Ron knew me since we was 5, 8, 7 years old, man. We was little kids, man, on the block, man. He said, Blue been a Niners fan for forever. Facts. I've been a 49 fan since 1982, man. And the Bulls fan, Ron to tell you, my brother Ron to tell you, all I did was wear my Bulls jersey under my clothes. Everywhere we went, I had a Bulls. I don't know why I did that, but I wore a Bulls jersey everywhere I went under my clothes. That's a fact. Ron, am I making that up, Ron? Eddie Golf Clubs, what's going on? Les Ride said Boots is overrated already. No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. Hey, Ron can tell you, right? When I'm a fan, man. I'm a fan, man. Ron said, nah, that's all facts. See? Told you. I wore a Bulls jersey, Tristan V. What's going on? Everywhere I went. Everywhere. Master Khalik, brother in Super Chat. He said, this a half a dime. Salute, Blue. He said, Buddites are delusional. Yeah, man. You just can't, you give people facts and they still just, man, no, man. But see, you not dealing with facts. How am I not dealing with facts? I just gave you Michael Bibbs. What's going on? I'm giving you timelines and their facts. My brother Mickey Bay. Hey, Bay, I'm on the show. Let me text him. Let me text him. Michael Helton, what's going on? And my brother Mickey Bay, he gonna be boxing Tevin Farmer, man. I can't wait for that. Castro, what's going on? I can't wait for that. KLJQ93, brother in the super chat. He said, no need for an explanation, Blue. As journalists, you cannot prefer a fighter over another. You report fact and give an analysis. Trump 2020. JQ93, man, I like that one, brother. OG get busy, brother, in the building. He said Keyshawn Davis is next face of boxing. Yeah, man. I think Boots is. Uncon Dom, brother in the super chat. What you think about the Ngannou versus Gon fight? And do you think the UFC is a slump? Is Dana White the problem? Is in a slump? Do I think Dana White? Nah. I think UFC goes the way UFC goes up and down as they should, and the reason Mr. Spaceman 2, what's going on? I might got something that's cooking or something. UFC, Ngannou. I think Ngannou's going to win the fight. I'm gonna ask my nephew. He's a specialist in the UFC. My nephew is ranked number 5 in the world in the UFC video game. My nephew that helps me do everything. He's ranked number 5 in the world in the UFC game. Number 5 in the world in the UFC game. Kid you not. But I think Ngannou gonna win, and I think the UFC is not in a slump. I think they're going the way they're supposed to be going because they put the best versus the best, and they make the fights that you want to see. Right? They'll make a hypothetically speaking, Jaron Ennis versus Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence fight. So anything is scheduled, subject to happen. That's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to go like this because of competition. It can't always be like this. See, in boxing, we keep the best up here and not fighting the best competition, so it stays like this. But it never goes up or it never goes down. It just stays stagnant. Teddy Peace 504, what's going on? Hey, we got something that's cooking in here?
Yeah. Smells good.
Yeah, what's that? It smells like garlic.
It's my chicken nuggets.
Oh, okay. Will Flowers, Jamal Stafford, Bobo, what's going on? My brother Emmanuel H in the building, dropping that hundo on your boy Blue in the super chat. Salute to my brother Emmanuel H in the building, in the super chat, dropping that hundo on your boy Blue in the super chat. Man, scratch all that. Hot off the press. Mr. Walk 'em Down is coming. Full speed ahead. Mr. Keep that same energy. About to show out. Make your favorite fighter look like a tuna. Hashtag strap season. Hashtag big fish. Hashtag people gonna learn to stop sleeping on EJ Skills. Time to wake them up. He said, let's get it. Oh man, I can't wait. Tim TV 212, what's going on? As Errol Spence said, everybody's sleeping on him. Everybody's sleeping. And let me get to this before I forget, right? Smash the like button, people. Get the likes all the way up. And let me get to this, right? I wanted to say this. Derrick James, GD, what's going on? He said, GD said, Blue got to stop with these cap titles. GD, what is cap about the title? Watch this. C Black, what's going on? GD, don't time him out, don't block him, don't do anything. Latrell Matthews, what's going on? Real talk, what's going on? Caddy Peace 504, what's going on? You can't make this stuff up. What's cap about the title? Go ahead and tell us. GD. See, y'all, we want me to. Jay Davis, what's going on? I don't know what he means. That's why I'm asking him. But this is what I'm saying. Y'all be wanting me to hand deliver you the fight in your living room, give you, read it for you, break out down everything, read between the lines, and then break it down to its lowest form. I do that every day. Salute to Detroit. But GD said, my title is cap. What's cap about it? Go ahead and tell us. Watch this now. Nick Gladden, what's going on? Bob Stewart, appreciate you, great brother. Come on, GD, tell us. What's cap about it? Raymond Tompkins, what's going on? Come on, brother. You great brother. You just was quick to type it in the chat. Now you're not quick to respond. I don't understand how y'all can't do that. Smash the like button. Get the likes all the way up, please. Get the likes up. We should have 1.4K likes. Excuse me, people. Victor Naives, what's going on? What you doing?
I gotta read my book.
Long term, what's going on? Long term said, ask me. Ask you what? Via Ferrer, what's going on, great brother? Marvin Rollins Jr., Leon Sterling, what's going on? Leon Sterling, be safe out there. Bruce Lee win, what's going on? FSU, what's going on? Music of Troy, what's going on? GD, go. Now you disappeared. He's not timed out, right? He's not blocked. Get the likes up. Mr. Buddha 314, what's going on? Ready to rumble, what's going on? Smash the like button. Yeah, Jeremy 2684. Can't make this stuff up. Elbow, what's going on? Smash that like button. Let's get the likes to 1.4K. Salute to my brother Emmanuel H dropping that hundo on your boy Blue in the super chat. John Moore, what's going on? Ranu Sawtoes, brother in the super chat, he said, man, Blue, that Matrix was tripping last night. Your internet, you read my super chat 4 times. All we heard was the last 3 words. Hey, man, I don't know what happened. Chris Bernadette, what's going on? Nitty, what's going on? Onion 77, what's going on? Knock on wood, man. I don't know what happened. Joel Golden, what's going on? That ain't never happened, did it, Ranu Sawtoes? I'm like, huh? At first, I'm like, I'm talking to myself. Smash the like button, man. GD, where you go? See, they ain't gonna come back. They ain't gonna come back. Curtis Abdul, what's going on? Mark West, brother in the super chat. He said, Blue, I don't get it. You tell and show facts, and they still don't like you. Yeah. No, it goes down to this, Mark West. They don't. It's not me. It's the truth. People they dislike the truth. Just think about this, Mark West. Now check this out, Mark West. Real talk, what's going on? Now, Mark West, think about this, right? What is the highest paying commodity? Entertainment, right? And what does entertainment do? It keeps you in fantasy land, candy land, right? Fictional land. It's not truthful. You understand? Movies, entertainers, actors, right? Sports. It's a form of entertainment. It's in high demand. That's why athletes, entertainers get paid so much. Because people don't like it helps you escape reality. The truth. Solo production, my brother in super chat. Blue, you see a rematch clause if we get Errol Crawford. Oh, for sure. It's going to be a 2-fight deal for sure. Solo production. Salute to my brother, Solo Production. Oh, for sure. King Judah, brother in the super chat. He said these going to learn. EJ terrified these dudes before the accident camp back in Fort Top. Came back and Fort Top Comp. About to make your favorite fighter a tune-up. Nicotine, what's going on? It's amazing, man. It amazes me. Richard Britt, brother in the super chat. All I can say is boots. Nobody safe from 147 through 160. He switched naturally, got popped. Think fast. Great defense. Yep. Dude is special. Yep. El Padrino, what's going on? Right? So when you tell Nick Gladden, what's going on? Mark West, what's going on, my brother? Terrell Curtis, what's going on? So when you think about it, right? When I sit here and I tell you would much rather sit in a place of your own perception and your own reality and say, hey, no, this happened, that happened. Right? Nobody wants you to come in and say, well, this is what actually happened. No, you don't want that. You don't want that. Bruce Lee Win, brother in the super chat. Much love to you, great brother. Appreciate you. That's what they don't want. So it's easier for you to sit here and listen to ESPN tell you that, hey, nobody's trying to fight Vergil Lomachenko. Okay, we know that's not the truth. Now ask yourself this question, right? Now think about this and ask yourself this question. Why do you think that they'll tell you stuff like that? Why do you think that? Yeah, y'all, what's going on? Why? Because they know Boston Barbecue, what's going on? They know Lomachenko fans That's what they want to hear. So they tell you what you want to hear, not the truth. They tell you what you want to hear, not the truth. Lomachenko fans, Lomachenko fans want to hear nobody wants to fight him. That's what he wants to hear. When the truth is, Latrell Matthews, what's going on? There's plenty of fighters that want to fight Lomachenko. Teofimo Lopez was calling Lomachenko out for 2 years before he fought him. Devin Haney was calling Lomachenko out for 2 years and never got the fight. I mean, let's be realistic here. Zach D, what's going on? We know that this is true because he responded to both Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney. Vasil Lomachenko responded to Teofimo Lopez and said, "Man, this guy's not ready." He also responded to Devin Haney and said, "Devin Haney ain't ready. He's too green. He's too young. He don't have experience." So, Euphoria Day, what's going on? How can he respond to them in that manner if nobody's trying to fight him? They have to be trying to fight him and calling him out for him to respond in that manner. I mean, it's just simple mathematics, people. It's not hard. Capadon 24, what's going on? David Da Vinci, what's going on? It's just not that hard. Soul Brother Sigma, what's going on? K-Mac 74, what's going on? So we deal with facts over feelings over here, and that's the problem. See, you could go elsewhere, and they'll live in the same candy land, fictional land that you want to live in, and tell you the same things, right? They'll do that. You could go over there, and they'll say, "Yeah, man, Devin Haney ain't trying to fight nobody," and you could be, "Yeah, he ain't trying to fight nobody." DeMarcus Newsom, what's going on? You understand? But over here, you're gonna get the truth. You understand? That's the difference. I'm not walking you around the block because I ain't into exercising right now. I'm out of shape. So I ain't trying to walk you around the block. I ain't trying to give you no. That's not what's gonna happen over here. 88 Sports Talk, what's going on? That's the difference. So when you tune in to ESPN and you can see them sit down with Lomachenko talking about, "Man, everybody's avoiding you." Untuned Carbonado, what's going on? The dude has 2 losses in 18 fights. How's people avoiding him? Please explain that. That doesn't even make sense. Warren Richards, what's going on? Byron Gim, what's going on? Just think about that, right? He has 2 losses in 18 fights, and they're talking about, "Man, nobody wants to fight you." What are you talking about? Mark Fralin, what's going on? Because they know, Mano the Boss, what's going on? Because they know his fans want to hear that. Dom Dello, what's going on? That's what happens. Emmanuel H., my brother in the super chat, he said, "Keep cooking, Blue. Mr. Walk him down on live. Blue hit him with the straight left one time while you at it." For sure. Juan Fontaine, what's going on? Mark Franklin, what's going on? Noonie D, what's going on? Joel Campos Munoz, what's going on? Salute to Joel Campos Munoz, what's going on? So that's the difference. So you can sit here and tell me, the brother came here and said, "Man, Errol Spence been avoiding Terrence Crawford for 4 years. He wasn't even a welterweight for 4 years." What are you talking about? So, no, then he wasn't even a welterweight. Where'd he go? Disappeared. Because there's no truth to it. You understand? Now you have to deal. Once you hear the truth, you can't unsee it and unhear it. Carlos Guerrero, what's going on? So what happens then is Zach D, what's going on? My name becomes mud. See, once you hear the truth, you can't unhear it no more. It is what it is. Once you hear the truth, you can't unhear it. So what happens then? In return, then Blue's name become mud. James Aromo, what's going on? Dave Richmond, what's going on? That's all. Because again, you know what happens? The feelings start to kick in. That's all. It's feelings. See, because I'm not talking about who's going to win the fight, who's going to lose the fight. It's a 50-50 fight. If you feel like Errol's going to win the fight, cool. If you feel like Bud's going to win the fight, cool. But when you start to factor in, "Hey, man, Errol Spence been avoiding him for all these years." No, he hasn't. Boss Jorge, what's going on? Dilla Vader X, what's going on? Detroit, BC. What's going on? So it's just like this. Paulie Malignaggi. Why? Why can he do this? Paulie Malignaggi takes to social media and tells the boxing world, right? See, this is irresponsible on his part. But he can do this because fans love to hear this, right? So he takes to social media and tells the boxing world, yeah, you see this? Dontrell Goff, what's going on? Yeah, look at this, man. Lomachenko fighting better competition than all the lightweights put together. What? How can he say such a thing? He fought Richard Comey that had 2 losses and was knocked out. He had 3 losses and one of those losses was a brutal knockout. Now, how could he possibly? He fought Richard Comey, already had 3 losses and was brutally knocked out. What is he talking about? What is he talking about? Joseph Diaz had 1 loss to Gary Russell Jr. Richard Comey had multiple losses. Richard Comey is 35. Joseph Diaz is 28. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? Junior Walker, what's going on? And then he beat Nakatani, who already lost to Teofimo Lopez. So he fought 2 guys Teofimo Lopez already beat, and he lost to Teofimo Lopez himself. Christopher Gabby, what's going on? He who greets, what's going on? So he already lost it. Lost to Richard Comey himself. Serious business, what's going on? Serious business says he was a champion. So was Joseph Diaz. So what are you talking about? Joseph Diaz was a champion. He only lost to Gary Russell Jr. Okay? So he lost to one of the best fighters in the world in Gary Russell Jr. And he didn't get knocked out in the fight. And he became a champion after that. And he's only 28. No score. What's going on? Love you too, great brother. And he's only 28. So you tell me, he fought a guy that was brutally knocked out and had 2 previous losses before getting brutally knocked out and was 35. Compared to Devin Haney fighting a guy that was 28 with 1 loss to Gary Russell Jr. and had one of the biggest wins against Javier Fortuna in his first fight at lightweight. What are we talking about here? I'm confused. Giovanni Walker, brother in Super Chat. What's up, Blue? Push the like button. Yeah, smash that like button. Salute to Giovanni Walker. June Nelums, what's going on? So it don't even add up. But he could tell the fans that. You know why? Because fans will say stuff like, oh, well, Richard Comey was a champion. Okay. And so was Joseph Diaz. Daniel Smith, brother in the Super Chat. People love the dislike on greatness. Line them up. Man down. Salute to my brother Daniel Smith. Brian Corbett, what's going on? Dre Fines, brother in Super Chat. These cats living in the land of HR puffins. Facts, man. Can't make this stuff up. And Joseph Diaz coming off of beating Fortuna. Big Tony, what's going on? And Richard Comey did all that talking on social media, claiming he wanted to fight. The only person he wanted to fight was Devin Haney. Y'all forgot about that? Because I didn't. Y'all must have forgot, like Roy Jones said. He did all that claiming on social media. Man, Devin Haney, don't avoid me. Don't avoid me. Don't avoid me. Then he chose to fight Lomachenko. Jeffrey Ebo, what's going on? B. Lloyd, what's going on? Carlos Guerrero, what's going on? So you chose to fight Lomachenko, a non-title fight, over fighting an undefeated champion. You decided to fight a guy who had 2 losses and is 33, opposed to fighting an undefeated champion with a belt. Tell me how that adds up. So you chose money over competition, right? So you chose money, Lonzo Hayes Jr., what's going on? Which I have no problem with. Tanim Marie, peace of butt, Queen. How you doing today? Boston George, what's going on? So I don't have no problem. You chose the big, if you got to, and then, bless you. You chose, and then get this. You was going to get a massive payday with Devin Haney as well. Bless you, baby. Devin Trotter, what's going on? So now think about this, right? So he was going to get a big payday with Devin Haney and a title opportunity. And he was the one calling out Devin Haney. Now add that up. He called out Devin Haney. He said that he wanted to fight Devin Haney. Devin Haney, don't duck me. And this, and this. And then you did a about face and went a different direction. Come on, people. Marion Brown, what's going on? Marion Brown said, Haney outboxes guys, Loma's dismantled. Okay, Marion Brown. He dismantled Richard Coleman because they went 12 rounds. So that means he outboxed him. And I don't care how you get the job done as long as you get it done. And Devin Haney ain't got 2 losses on his resume. So what are we talking about here? King Judah, brother in Super Chat. Some of these fans live in the magical world of Harry Potter. I swear. I agree. Little Pam, what's going on? Play you, my brother. What's going on? So he lost twice. You talking about how he get the what? Come on, people.
Thank you.
He lost to a journeyman that had been knocked out 5 times in his first 15 fights. That's who Lomachenko lost to. What about that? Haney isn't better than Tank. Okay, that's your opinion. Wow, that's your opinion, great brother. I would love to see it. Haney is 3rd best at lightweight. Oh yeah, okay. You don't believe that. See, here we go. Now you're just saying stuff because you don't like Devin Haney. Brooklyn Life, what's going on? Oh boy. Crackworld, what's going on? Now Haney is 3rd best. Who's he 3rd best behind? You said Tank is better than him. Okay. Who's he 3rd best behind? Behind who? Envy the God, what's going on? What about what Loma did to Gary Russell Jr.? No, what he dismantled Gary Russell Jr.? Unless I must have missed it. I didn't see that fight because I saw him outbox Gary Russell Jr. and get a decision, and he unofficially got dropped in that fight. So he dismantled Gary Russell Jr.? What are we talking about here? Man, y'all confuse yourself, bro. You say anything for the sake of saying something. Kenny, brother in Super Chat, I'm late, Blue, but did you see Loma this Hank, Devin, and Tank, but call Ryan elite? Yeah, come on, man. Drew Titan LLC, my brother, the Drew in the building. Go subscribe to my brother, Drew Titan. Yeah, man. It's amazing, right? But he won't fight Devin Haney. Now Loma's a small lightweight. Oh, man. I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to do the back and forth with you, great brother. Appreciate you. Just not going to do it. Smash the like button. Get the likes. Grind Ellie Barfield, my brother. What's going on? Vadim Shrug. What's going on? I'm not going to do it. Drake Finance. What's going on? Raymond Tompkins. What's going on? Mavs Lakers game is I see it right now. Who's trade 23? You had 2 Mavericks players, both going back and forth for the same rebound and lost it, and that's where the Lakers got lucky with that 3-pointer right now. Look, they the same team. Porzingis and what's his name on the same team, the same. They fighting each other for the rebound. They on the same team. Lose it, and it goes to the other. Then the Lakers get it and shoot and get lucky with a 3. They grab the rebound, secure the rebound. Game is over. Can't make this stuff up, man. Now, why would Lomachenko? See, again, like the brother Kenny said, he said he dismissed Tank and Devin, but he says Ryan Garcia is elite. Now, ask yourself this question. Yeah, Jalen, that got lucky. Black Ham TV, what's going on? You had 2 Mavericks players. All they do is secure the rebound. The game is over. They didn't realize that they were going against each other on the same rebound, and they fumbled the ball away. It goes to a Laker player, and he shoots a lucky 3 in the corner. F. Evans, what's going on? So now think about this. One initial, what's going on? Here we go again. Let's deal in reality, okay? Henry King, what's going on? Blue Hawk, what's going on? Like my brother Kenny said. So he just Alika Diamond, peace of blessings, Queen. My brother Pac-Man ATL Tay in the building. Go subscribe to my brother Pac-Man ATL Tay. So now let's deal with facts. And Listen, get the likes to 1.4K. Smash the like button. Get the likes all the way up. Jalen said, don't be that dude. No, I'm just telling the truth, Queen. St. Louis Ming, what's going on? So now think about this, right? He says that here we go in fictional land again. See, they could say stuff like this because there's fans actually out there that's going to say, yeah, he's right. Sakari, San Francisco, what's going on? Right? How could Tank and Devin Haney, who've been world champions that are both undefeated, have fought 3 world champions, both of them? Tank fought multiple world champions. Devin's fought multiple world champions. Devin is a world champion. Tank is a world champion. How can he say they're not elite, and say that Ryan Garcia is elite? How? Ryan Garcia, all you got to do is watch them. The eye test. What does the eye test tell you when you watch Ryan Garcia compared to Tank and Devin? I mean, come on. Is this even a conversation? So he has no foot movement. None. Nitro Active, what's going on? Rafael Bell, what's going on? He has no foot movement. He's very flat-footed. He's inconsistent. He has fast hands and power. But that is it. So please explain to me, why would he say that he's elite, but they're not? Because you can say that in boxing and get away with it. Zainier Presley, what's going on? Because you can say stuff like that in boxing and get away with it. Hall and Hustle, what's going on? Shot Gritty, Mr. Beefy, what's going on? That's why. Brooklyn Light, my brother, what's going on? That's why. You can say anything you want in the sport of boxing, and there it is. Denver Rule 1, what's going on? Because again, he knows that's what people want to hear. To Rule, what's going on? Nick Gladden, Willie, what's going on? It doesn't even, it's not even realistic. How could they not be? Come on, man. Apostle Jamal Jones, what's going on? Cassiel Cardoso, what's going on? Now think about this. Now, Ryan Garcia has far less experience than Devin Haney, right? But when it came to him fighting Devin Haney, he said Devin Haney was too green and didn't have no experience. But Ryan Garcia is elite? Come on, make it make sense for me. Deal with it, TV, what's going on? Just think about that. Make it make sense. How can he be elite? But they have far more experience than undefeated and world champions and beat world champions. He's beat no world champions. He's never held a belt. He's done nothing to be elite. So how could he call him elite and they're not? But they're green. I mean, come on, man. Stop it. And Ryan Garcia is older than Devin Haney, on top of it. You Master Allah, what's going on? Boxer Session TBS, my brother Kai in the building. What's going on, great brother? Go subscribe to my brother, the Boxer Session TBS. Kai, drop the link. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 1.4K. R. Stokes, what's going on? You can't make this stuff up. You can't. Because nobody's going to question it. Nobody's going to say, hey, Loma, what are we talking about here? See, the interviewer is not going to question him. Brandon B, what's going on? They're not going to do it. They're not going to say, well, why would you? They're not going to do that. So they know that. So Joseph Diaz or Isaac Crew, who wins? I think Joseph Diaz wins. It's EX Dub. What's going on? Appreciate you, great bro. What's that, kid?
I read the book and then I had to write about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I wrote the whole page.
You wrote the whole page?
Yeah.
Oh, nice, kid. Just now you did all it?
Yeah, because mommy lets me do it. later if I just have to do something later. If I did later, but I was Fortnite. But now I just did.
Nice, kid. As long as you stay on top of your work. Good job. Yeah, so yeah, get the likes to 1.4K, man. Jarvis Emery, my brother in Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. Blue, Ryan Garcia is elite because the internet said so. Exactly. Why? Because people was co-signing him. That's why. He's a major star because he got a Instagram following. But he did nothing in the sport of boxing. BJ Freeman, what's going on? He did nothing in the sport of boxing. He won't fight Devin Haney, but he's a massive star, though. Because he has pay-per-view following. Chill the boss, what's going on? Salute my brother Jarvis Emery in the Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. Appreciate you. Texas Bulldog Boxing, my brother in Super Chat. Haney can't even get guys to take their title shots. Right. Ryan Garcia is his mandatory, and he can't get Ryan Garcia in the ring. Donald now, 66 OG, Grant, triple OG. Triple OG in the building. What's going on, Triple OG? Salute again, King Blue Blood. Still raking leaves. Appreciate the company. How's Kurt Sugar? Oh, you know what, Donald? I meant to send him the link. Real McCoy, my brother. What's going on, great brother? Let me send Kurt the link. See if he still want to come on. Donald, I appreciate you, OG. I completely forgot to send Kurt the link. Unbelievable. I know it's late for him, though. I started late. Man, I got to starting early. I'm getting later and later with my times, boy. Big Pooh, what's going on? I'm getting later and later with my times, boy. I got to get Maury Cooper. What's going on? Got to get better with it. Dub Zone, what's going on? Shakur can't knock out anybody. Oh, man. Rashad Ogdal, what's going on? Why does that matter? I'm in New York, BJ Freeman. Born and raised. Let's ride. Salute to Cali. B Fitness, my brother in the Super Chat. You hear Ryan Garcia compare him being dropped by Luke Campbell to Floyd being dropped by mine. But that don't even... See, again, Ryan Garcia was flat on his back. Floyd Mayweather's glove touched the canvas. How could it even be a comparison? See what I'm saying? You could say anything in boxing. You can say anything. Now, how could that even be remotely? Just think about that. Floyd Mayweather's glove grazed the canvas. He got dropped flat on his back. How could it be anything remotely close to the same thing? Because you could say anything in boxing. Anthony Osborne, what's going on? It's the land of make-believe. Eric Slayton, what's going on? One initial, what's going on? It's the land of make-believe. That's why. Ryan Garcia said that because he know he could say stuff like that. You say whatever you want. I'm sure there's gonna be people that agree with him. Yeah, you're right. Armando Ramos, what's going on? Why do you always say top three? Who's the third person? What you mean? Pure Muscle, what's going on? Kane the Bad Guy, what's going on? DJ Dread 3000, what's going on? OG Get Busy, what's going on? You said, why did I say top three? What do you mean when I say that? When you say that, what do you mean? What do you mean? When I say Errol Spence is top 3 pound for pound? Is that what you're talking about? Truth Goddess, peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing? Where you been at? Pure muscle. I think Boots got a chance for sure. Don B, what's going on, great brother? Do Boots have a chance for sure? Well, if you're asking me why do I say top 3 in referring to Errol Spence, because I have Terrence Crawford at 1. I have Terrence Crawford at 1. I have Canelo at 2 and Errol Spence at 3. I hear you, Truth Goddess. Blessings to you. So if you ask me, that's why I say top 3. Bro, man, what's going on? He looks bigger than Terrence Crawford and EJ. Oh, and he don't look bigger. He is bigger. He's bigger than both of them. He don't look bigger than them. He is bigger than them. But he's more athletic than both of them. He's bigger than, but he's more athletic. Blue, you're gonna discredit Floyd's opinion of Loma. Ready, Rumble. Blue, you're gonna discredit Floyd's opinion of Loma. I don't know what Floyd's opinion of Lomachenko was. And if he said something that was off the wall, yes, I'm gonna discredit it. So if he said something that just didn't add up, man, that was a lucky shot by Robert Singleton by Westbrook. Rano Saltos, brother in Super Chat. Blue, if you need a Kurt reminder, holla at me, Blue Blood. Oh, for sure. Yeah, man, I just sent him a link right now. Herbert Johnson, what's going on? John Wayne, what's going on? I don't know what Floyd said about him. Look it up. He said Loma is a great fighter. I never said he wasn't a great fighter. When did I say he wasn't? When asked about Tank and Loma. Okay, but when did I say Loma wasn't a great fighter? So you said I'm going to discredit Floyd, what Floyd said, as if I said Loma wasn't a great fighter. When did I say Loma wasn't a great fighter? I never said he wasn't a great fighter. When did I say that? I said he has flaws just like everybody else, but they make him out to be Superman. Rick Meck, what's going on? He's lost twice. He ain't Superman. Lavelle Patterson, what's going on? I never said Lomachenko was overrated. I said that he has flaws that they don't highlight. Lomachenko cannot box going backwards. Nobody ever highlights Lomachenko's flaws. Okay, they tell you, they rate him as if he's the best thing since sliced bread, as if he's better than, they told you he was better than Floyd Mayweather. They told you he was better than Muhammad Ali. Now, do you think that he was better than Floyd Mayweather and Muhammad Ali? Do you think that he's better than Pernell Whitaker and Sugar Ray Leonard? Now, ask yourself that question. Dr. Pablo said, what's going on? Do you think that he's better than Sugar Ray Leonard, Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather, and Pernell Whitaker? Huh? So they told you he does something. You never seen footwork like Lomachenko. Is that true? Joe's opinion, what's going on? When you listen to them and they tell you you ain't never seen footwork like Lomachenko, is that true? So are they overstating him? Is what I said. They overstating him to you. OG Get Busy, what's going on? Xavier Franklin, what's going on? So Daryl Big G Galloway, what's going on? So what I told you was they overstating his skill set as if you never seen it before. He's the Matrix when he simply is not. He's a front runner. TC, what's going on? E. Wingate, what's going on? And what I mean by that is when he's coming forward, he looks spectacular, angles, everything. But when you back him up, He's not a counter puncher. He's not throwing punches. He's retreating, actually. He's actually in retreat mode. Where you look at Tank Davis going backwards the entire fight, just about, with Isaac Cruz, and he's countering him, and he's fighting going off the back foot with his back against the ropes. Lomachenko don't show you anything of those natures. Nothing. Jesse Green, what's going on? Jesse Green, yeah, he's not better than Pryor, neither. No. Rafael Bell, what's going on? Lakers got pure lucky tonight. LeVar Cooper, my brother, what's going on? Get the likes to 1.5K. Rashad Akhtar, what's going on? So what I said, Huncho 2 times, what's going on? So what I said to you was, what I said was that he gets overstated. They tell you he's doing something you never seen before. They tell you, Chad Rogers, what's going on? They tell you, look at his footwork. When in all reality, when you do look at his footwork, and in all reality, it's not as great as they tell you it is. There's flaws in his footwork, especially when he's going backwards. He gives you those angles when he's on the front foot, when he's being aggressive on the front foot. Yeah, when he has you defensive. Sean Carter, what's going on? Right? When he has you defensive, right? And yeah, he's accurate with his punches, right? He throws these little combinations and he gets you off your game and he puts you in his high guard. When you're defensive, he spin around you and he'll throw punches. And when you got the high guard up and you think he'll spin around this side when you on the back foot. But when you back him up, see, when we saw Floyd Mayweather backing up and knocking people out. We saw Pernell Whitaker backing up and knocking people out. We saw Roy Jones backing up and knocking people out. We saw Sugar Ray Leonard backing up, going for it. We watched. Yeah, they got lucky tonight. We watched. They got lucky tonight. So we watched Gervonta Tank Davis fight going backwards. Devin Haney fight in all different phases of the game. Shakur Stevenson fight in all different phases of the game. We saw that. We saw Lomachenko get backed up in 2 fights and lose. Right? We saw Vasil Lomachenko get backed up all night against Orlando Salido and lose. Orlando Salido was knocked out 5 times in his first 15 fights. Why didn't Lomachenko knock out and stop Orlando Salido? Because Orlando Salido was aggressive and pushing him back. We saw Teofimo Lopez. Ready to Rumble said 1 fight. Okay. I saw Teofimo Lopez back him up and he lose the first 7 rounds against Teofimo Lopez. And then in the 12th round, he almost got stopped. Magician 989, what's going on? So please explain it. You just said 1 fight. Big Silk, what's going on? Now I just gave you another fight. So explain the second fight. Because the first thing you said, Salido fouled to the... Oh, man, please stop, man. Here we go. Excuses, brother. Stop it. You know how many fouls Marcos Maidana gave Floyd Mayweather and Adrian Broner? Man, stop, man. Brooklyn Life brother in Super Chat. He said the way Loma's face looks after every fight clearly shows he is not in Mayweather's orbit. Loma looking like he fell off a 5-story. Facts, man. Truth. What's going on? Right. Truth said Loma could box, but he's being matched perfectly. Bernard Crawford, great night to you, great brother. Marcus Priest, brother in Super Chat. It's weird they talk about Loma as if he never lost a fight. Right. And then get this, dude turned professional. They talk about his extensive amateur background, but he was a grown man competing against young adults and teenagers. He turned professional at nearly 27 years of age, 26 years old when he turned professional. Just take that into consideration. Mac 103, what's going on? Darian Mays, brother in Super Chat. You think Spence is going to take his mandatory in Boots? Boots is 50-50 with him and Crawford. He's not going to have to fight Boots anytime soon. Julius Thomas, what's going on? Get the likes to 1.5K. He's not going to fight Jerome Boots anytime soon. Damon Slayer, what's going on? Richard Comey had lost 3 times, and one of those 3 times he was brutally knocked out by Teofimo Lopez. But they told you he's fighting the greatest opposition. Come on, people. Todd Green, what's going on? We know what it is. Come on. GG East, what's going on? He said the amateurs are different in Europe, bro. Shaking my head. No, the amateurs are the same everywhere in the world. It's what you choose to do, period. The amateurs are the amateurs. In Europe, the amateurs are set up that way for them to be successful. I don't care what you're talking about. Don't tell me to do my research. Do your research. A grown man is a grown man everywhere on the planet Earth. A grown man that's 25 compared to somebody that's 17 is a grown man versus a teenager. I don't care where you at on planet Earth, brother. I don't care where you at on planet Earth. All of their record, their amateurs, they're grown men competing against kids. Because it's allowed don't mean it should happen. Steve J, what's going on? What are you talking about? Campaigns Dante, what's going on? Because you're a grown man competing against young adults and teenagers because it's allowed in Europe means it should happen? What are you talking about? So right now, if it's allowed in the United States, you okay with Tank Davis right now competing in the amateurs? Because that's equivalent to it. Robert Singleton, brother in the super chat. Loma was 24-4, Verdejo at 18. It's amazing, man. And this dude talking about, man, do your research. I ain't got to do no research for common sense, man. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't have to do my research because they allow it in Europe means it's okay. What are you talking about? Slick and them, what's going on? So because it's allowed for him to be 24 years old fighting Felix Verdejo 18, that's allowed. And you giving them credit for that. So if Tank Davis right now went to the amateurs and fought in the amateurs right now against a kid that was 19 years old, 18 years old, that's okay? Because it's allowed? Because, well, you got to do your research. It's different in Europe. No, I don't care about that. A grown man and a teenager is a grown man and a teenager anywhere on this green earth. Period. Box fans, what's going on? Sean Carter, what's going on? Grown man is a grown man, period. And you have some exceptions to guys that could deal with that. But there's a reason why you think that they just canceled the Olympics for boxing and Olympics. Ask yourself that question. Doggy Pup, brother in Super Chat. Lucky, I guess we'll see who ain't a Lakers fan. Nah, I ain't a Lakers fan. Doggy Pup. Slick Rick the Ruler. What's going on? The Lakers got lucky tonight. They don't have nothing to do with liking them or not. They just got lucky. Raphael Bell, what's going on? You're going to tell me to do my research. Man, you do your research. I ain't got to do no research on that. I know what goes on in the amateurs. Carissa Shields was a teenager, a young adult. Carissa Shields won 2 Olympic gold medalists as a teenager and a young adult. And guess what? Triple X, what's going on? French Connection, what's going on? It's funny, right? Because then people are saying, oh, well, she lost to what's her name? What's the lady name? That everybody want to see Carissa Shields fight? Savannah Marshall. Let's just let's look at Savannah Marshall's age right now and how many professional fights Savannah Marshall had. So because it's okay, right? Yeah, Yovu, Savannah Marshall, Yovu. Salute to Yovu. Now watch this now. I want y'all to look at this. Ronnie Jones, what's going on? Savannah Marshall is already 30 years old. She's 30 years old. Okay? So with only 11 fights at 30 years old. LaJessica Burton, peace, blessings, queen. Aguado Corona, what's going on? She's 30. Boston Truth Serum, what's going on? She's 30 years old. Let's look how old Carissa Shields is. "26. So Savannah Marshall is 4 years older than Carissa Shields. So in the amateurs, when they fought, when they talking about Carissa Shields lost to her, the level of her competition isn't great. What are you talking about? The level of who competition? Mr. HBC, what's going on? Emmanuel H, my brother, back in the super chat, dropping another half of duh on your boy Blue. He said, hey, watch your mouth. But yeah, we got lucky. Like I said in the chat, Vogel has to go, and some players need to be people not laying down for the purple and gold. They come into play. Facts. You know, they that Lakers, that means something. So people gonna come to you're gonna get their best every night in and night out. Derek Anderson, what's going on? So let's say Carissa Shields was 16 when they fought. That means Savannah Marshall was 20. Brother Robert Singleton, brother in the super chat. He said, but Wilder don't get credit for a bronze at 22. Nope. After turning professional at 21. Loppy 2K, what's going on? Mark Freeland, what's going on? In a year's time. Yeah, you can't make this stuff up, man. People will say anything to try and make themselves right. French Connection, what's going on? Salute to Birmingham B12 boys. What's going on, great brother? UK Birmingham. I got to come out to UK. Ancestral Rays, what's going on? Jordan Randall, 85, what's going on? Super Silver Surfer, what's going on? Joshua Vasquez, what's going on? Mm-hmm. Brandon B, my brother, what's going on? All doors are open for you, bro. Salute. Appreciate you. Zelly Show, what's going on, great brother? Zelly, what's going on, great brother? He said, Blue, I don't know if you talked about it, but what do you think about Errol Spence being very quiet right now? I said this yesterday, and I'll say it again. They don't want, yeah. I don't believe, you know, they don't want Errol Spence to say much to hinder any of the negotiations. They want to make these fights happen. They want to make these fights happen. Like Errol Spence said, he said today, you see what he said today. Y'all taking his kindness for weakness. I don't know why. I don't know why. Y'all taking his kindness for weakness. And that's what he said, right? You know, y'all taking my quietness. I said kindness. Y'all taking my quietness for weakness, right? Justin Chavez, what's going on? Errol Spence, he said line him up, right? He just said that today, line him up. So Errol Spence wants these fights. The fights are going to happen. I don't think that they want him to be vocal because I don't think, just like I said yesterday, once he said one thing, everybody take it and run with it. And then the fighters also take it and run with it. What I mean by that is this. He said, oh, it should be 60. This is what he said. He said he happy to make the fight with Terrence Crawford. In his opinion, this is what he said. In his opinion, it should be 60-40 because the proof is in the pudding. The numbers don't lie. I should get a 60-40 split in my favor. But I'll let Al negotiate that for me and make the fight. That in return, turned into Errol Spence's demanding 60-40 or no fight. Y'all, did y'all hear me what I said? Omar Muhammad, what's going on? Did y'all hear what I just said? In turn, that turned into Errol Spence said 60-40 no fight. Then Terrence Crawford responded to that and said, oh, it need to be 60-40 off the rip ATV. What's going on? It needs to be 60-40 in my favor or 50-50 in my favor. In both our favor. Then it became Terrence Crawford. If it ain't 50-50, ain't no fight. Well, then Errol Spence does a live, not even on his live stream. His wife is on the live stream. He shows his face on the live stream. And immediately, soon as she shows him and he shows his face on the live stream, everybody in the chat starts to go, Errol, you need to fight Terrence Crawford. 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 And so Errol Spence says, Therapeutic AC Podcast. What's going on? Podcast. What's going on? So Errol Spence says, so people in the, man, stop saying 60-40. Stop saying 60-40. So he responds, right? And he says, Ronnie Jones, what's going on? And then he says, man, y'all keep playing. Y'all, he's talking to the fans. Y'all fans keep playing, man. Y'all see the numbers don't lie. The proof is in the pudding. You keep playing, I'm going to make it 70-30. And you push me, it's going to be 80-20. Oh, boy, that became a headline. Oh, Errol Spence asked for 80-20. He said it got to be 80-20 or no fight. And then what Terrence Crawford said, oh, from that point, man, that fight is behind me. It's in my rearview mirror. I ain't think about that fight. Okay. Bless Two Fish. What's going on? Antonio King. What's going on? King Judah, brother in the super chat. Question: how can people say Bud is better than Errol Spence Jr. when stats show Spence is hit less, lands more, and wins more rounds than any fighter in the division? Because they talk about Terrence Crawford overall body of work from the 3 divisions and becoming undisputed, those types of things. So that's what they're factoring in, right? Errol Spence has been a 1 division champion. He's younger, but he's had the bigger fights and he's done the bigger numbers. It's just facts. It's not, you can't, the facts are the facts, okay? Errol Spence fought Lyndon Bundu on free TV. It did like 6 million views. Terrence Crawford fought he did it on Fox, okay? He fought Lyndon Bundu. He wasn't a champion. Lyndon Bundu is not a big draw, right? Lyndon Bundu is not a big draw. He wasn't a champion. He wasn't considered. Kenichi Bear, what's going on, great brother? Oh, man, Kenichi Bear, I forgot to hit you up, great brother. Sorry about that, man. Man, I forgot to hit you up, great brother. I'm going to hit you up, right? So, free TV, 6 million views, okay? He's not a champion. Leonard Bundu is not a big star. Terrence Crawford fights on free TV. Now, Errol Spence fought on ESPN. Terrence Crawford fights on the biggest sporting platform in the world on ESPN. Errol Spence fights on regular TV, right, against Leonard Bundu, right, and does 6 million views. Terrence Crawford is a world champion, considered a pound for pound best fighter in the world, against a former world champion with a country behind him in Kell Brook. They're both from the UK, Lenny Bundu, Kell Brook, right? Kell Brook is a much bigger star, right? And they do 2 million views on the biggest sporting platform in the world. ESPN is considered the worldwide leader in sports. And Terrence Crawford is already established as a pound for pound best fighter, 3-division champion. He's undefeated. He was undisputed. Kell Brook is a megastar, is already established in the UK. Lennon Bundu didn't represent none of that. Errol Spence wasn't a champion yet. Hadn't fought for a world title, nor has he won the world title at that time. I mean, so when you just Mr. Q Dub K 100 was appreciate you, great brother. So when you just break it down into those fashions, right? When Errol Spence says 60-40, that's not even pay-per-view. So he's doing bigger numbers on free TV. He does bigger numbers on pay-per-view. So when he says 60-40, it suffice for him to say, I need 60-40 in my favor. That's it. I mean, it's just not even really a conversation. Zoe Smith J, what's going on? It's just not. Malik L, what's going on? Bless the Fish, what's going on? I mean, so when he says it, just make the fight happen. It's just like Floyd Mayweather understood Oscar De La Hoya was the cash cow. Oscar De La Hoya was the man. He needed to take the lower percentage, the lower purse, just to make the fight. And as Floyd Mayweather said, after I'm victorious and after I win this fight, I'll be the cash cow. Plain and simple. Plain and simple, man. Plain and simple. Zelly Show, brother in the super chat, dropping that dope on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, all facts, 100. Salute to my brother. Appreciate you. Trigger Treat, what's going on? So it's not that. So then people take these when I tell you the numbers and people tell you, I tell you the facts of the facts of the facts. And so when I tell you this, then people, well, see, you don't like Terrence Crawford. How does that in turn say I don't like Terrence Crawford? The gold millionaire mindset. What's going on, great brother? How did that in return spark your mind to say, oh, see, he don't like Terrence Crawford? No. Dubs G's, what's going on? Bud Duck and Vergil Ortiz. Not at all. Not at all. Actually, if you want to be technical, DeMarcus Gill, what's going on? If you want to be technical, you want to be real, Vergil Ortiz is avoiding Terrence Crawford. Gerard Richardson, what's going on? Because Vergil Ortiz was ringside. Terrence Crawford was in Maurice Mighty Mo Hooker's corner. And Vergil Ortiz did all that talking before the Maurice Hooker fight. How when he beats Maurice Hooker, after I beat Mighty Mo Hooker, right? After I beat Maurice Hooker, I'm going to go right to Terrence Crawford. Jason Young, what's going on? I'm going to go right to Terrence Crawford. And I'm going to tell Terrence Crawford, you next. And all of these things. He beats Maurice Hooker. Terrence Crawford is there. They asked Vergil Ortiz about fighting Terrence Crawford. They ask you, are you ready? He says, I don't know if I'm ready, but let's make the fight happen. What? You did all that talking and building up to Terrence Crawford. You win the fight. Terrence Crawford is looking at you. Terrence Crawford is clapping. He's egging it on, right? He like, let's go. This dude says, Are you ready for Terrence Crawford? I don't know if I'm ready, but let's make it happen. What? What? I felt like that Russell Westbrook meme. What? I felt like the Russell Westbrook. What? When he said it, I was like, what? Come on, man. Then you asked about Boots. You say you beat Boots. You could do all these things. After Boots beat Sergey Lipinets, Yeah, well, yeah, we'll fight Boots in about 48 months. I can count. 48 months is 4 years. Now I know they're gonna say, well, he meant to say 4 to 8 months. Man, no, man. You said that's a fight down the road that needs to build in about 48 months. 48 months is 4 years. 12 months in a year. 12 times 4 is 48. I can count. Clarence McClain, my brother, what's going on? I can count. No, I can count. 48 months is 4 years. DSV Cole, brother in the super chat. Does Marcus Brown have a chance? He's at plus 600. I believe he has a chance. He just got to stay disciplined for 12 rounds. He's accurate. He's rangy. He's big. He's athletic. He got Derrick James in his corner. Rick Meck, what's going on? He got everything it takes to beat Arthur Beterbiev. Arthur Beterbiev gets hit easy. He doesn't have good defense. He's not the fastest guy in the world. Doesn't have fast feet. What he does is he's a pressure fighter. Boston Social Network. What's going on, great brother? He's a pressure fighter that has a lot of power. So you could outbox him, keep turning him, keep judge your distance, your range. When he gets close, tie him up, make the referee break you. Use your distance, your judge your distance. See, Jean Pascal, he kept getting caught with that overhand and kept getting dropped. Fred Mir, what's going on, great brother? Where you been at all day? Malik L, what's going on? And you know, he has everything it takes to, you know, outbox Beterbiev. But if you can't stay disciplined and stay away from 12 rounds, you're gonna be in trouble. You're gonna be in trouble. So he could outbox Arthur Beterbiev. He could touch him, turn him, move him, change the pace of the fight, make it a boring fight. That's what you got to do. When he get close, Marcus Brown is rangy enough. He's strong enough. He's tall enough. You know, when he gets close, because he has to work his way on the inside. When he works his way on the inside, he got to have the best condition of his life, which I believe he do. He's now with Derrick James, right? Mando Supreme. What's going on? When he gets close, tie him up. Tie him up. Hold him. Don't let him work on the inside. Hold his elbows. Hold his elbows tight to your body. Watch battle JKG. What's going on? Hold his elbows tight to your body. Force the referee to break up the fight. Bad Charles. What's going on? Frustrate him. Move around the ring. Once he break, double jab. Ha, ha. Create distance. As soon as you break him, put your arm out there. Double jab. Keep him at bay. And move around the ring. Jab him. Bang. Boring fight. Bang, bang. When you see an opening, don't get too greedy. You see an opening, take it. Boom, boom. Just outbox him. Outbox him. But if you start to get in a exchange with him, you're gonna be in trouble. If you start to get in an exchange with him, you're gonna be in trouble. King Judah, brother, back in the super chat. Blue, I feel like Bud he understands boxing. He's demanding 50-50 because he's not sure he can win. He doesn't want to lose the fight and money. Agreed. But as he's supposed to, though. Gerard Richardson, what's going on? Because it's such a big fight, he's supposed to want to get as much money out of this big fight as he possibly can. So again, like I said, I don't fault Terrence Crawford for trying to get as much money as possible out of this fight. He's supposed to. He needs to. He deserves to. He's supposed to. But that doesn't mean you will. You understand what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that just because you trying to, that's business 101, right? You go into any store, you try to negotiate. Period. Bad Charles, what's going on? Any store you walk into, you attempt to negotiate. Hey man, can I get this for tax tag? What's going on? Hey man, can I get this for this, and this? You see what I'm saying? You go, it don't matter what store, you can walk in Louis Vuitton, pick up the bag. Hey man, how much is this? You see the price on there. How much is this? You see it say $1,200. Hey man, you think I could get it for, man? You don't got no sales. You try to talk them down. It's this business 101. So Terrence Crawford, he's supposed to go in there, man. They need to be 50-50. but you still got to be realistic. You walked in Louis Vuitton, you're gonna pay Louis Vuitton money. Simple. They may have a coupon and knock off a $30, something like that. But you're gonna pay close to about, you know what I mean? You're gonna pay like you weigh. Blake Irvin, I'm gonna give you a wrench right now, brother, because I like you, Blake Irvin. How about that, great brother? There you go, Blake Irvin, because I like you. Smash the like button, man. Devon Webster, my brother in the super chat. I want to wrench up Devon Webster as well. There you go. My brother Devon Webster got a wrench. He said, where Mikey Garcia factor into that 135, 140 mix? Mikey Garcia right now, great brother, is just looking for a paycheck. I'm going to be real with you. I don't think Mikey, Chuck PCville, Boston, what's going on? I don't think that Mikey Garcia, I don't think he's truly dedicated or interested in the sport of boxing anymore. I don't believe so. Durag Dan Chaney, what's going on? I don't believe so. I think Mikey Garcia is now talking about hey, I'll go to 135, 140 to fight Dev. Nah, bro. He's looking for the biggest paycheck. He don't even want to rematch the guy he just lost to. Samel, what's going on? Mikey Garcia looking for a paycheck. Carl Brown, what's going on? So where he factors in, he's still a name. He's still, you still got to be caught. You can't just take him lightly. I would love, matter of fact, if Devin Haney don't get the fight with 7 Trillions going on. Devin Haney don't get the fight with George Kambosos. I love the Mikey Garcia fight for him. I love the Mikey Garcia fight for Devin Haney. Matter of fact, King Judah, brother in super chat, I feel you, Blue, but I compared two dudes matched up in every way, and I feel like if roles were reversed, Spence would take 60. Oh, for sure. Again, like I said, Terrence Crawford is supposed to, reach for the stars and land on the moon. I understand his stance, but the reality is you deserve the moon, not the stars, because the proof is Errol Spence has been on the stars and you've been on the moon. So he's been further than you have. So he could show he's the direction that you're trying to get to. So agreed. I'm not saying he wants that. I understand what he's looking to get, as he should. But does that mean that Errol Spence doesn't deserve what Errol Spence deserves? No, Errol Spence deserved what he deserved, which is the biggest share of the pie. Bless 365, peace bless to the queen. She said, Blue, do you think a tune-up fight would be a bad look for EJ? I personally would take one if I was in his shoes. I would take one too. I don't think it's a bad look. See, let me tell you what happened, Bless 365. The worst thing happened, the WBA. The perfect fight for Errol Spence to come back was your Dana Sugas. Dice, what's going on? And the WBA, they ruined it. That was a fight to get back, get his feet wet, get back in the groove, get the rust off, and go into the Terrence Crawford fight. And the WBA, and it's a unification bout, and it makes the Terrence Crawford fight bigger. And the WBA, they decided to stand in the way, which is unfair. That's the perfect fight for both. It's the biggest payday for your Dana Sugas. Right? It's a legacy fight. He's 35. Why are you putting this man in a tournament at 35 years old? What are we doing here? Daniel D, brother in super chat. Mikey do busy racing cars and yeah, Mikey is 2 feet out of the sport of boxing, not 1, 2. So, it just put a wrench in everything, man. Roy Russell, brother in the super chat, said, Blue, we looking at Feb or March for Spence return. Agreed. I think it's going to be March. Roy Russell. It's going to be March. Cano Local Sports. What's going on? I think we're going to see Errol Spence back in the ring in March. Jay Harris, too real, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on this in the super chat. Surprised I ain't got no wrench yet. Just playing, Blue. You ain't got a wrench? You do now, Jay Harris, too real. My brother Jay Harris, too real. He says, salute, Blue. You stay grinding. I'm sure I'm speaking for us all when I say we appreciate the hard work. Salute to you, great brother. Oh, you got a wrench now, brother. Ken Griffin, what's going on? Yeah, Guy came in. Guy came in, man. Where you been at, bro? Ken Griffin, Clarence McLean. I'm gonna wrench y'all up too, because y'all been here for a minute too. Clarence McLean, Ken Griffin. Let me wrench y'all up, man. So let me get on out of here, people, man. Salute my brother Jay Harris, too real, dropping that half a go on your boy Blue in the super chat. Appreciate you. Yeah, Gerard Richardson, man. Yeah, Ugas earned the opportunity to fight for this unification. And to make it worse, the WBA knew, okay? The WBA was aware that they already had a plan in place and a deal on the table. Brent Lawson, what's going on? My brother Keon, Everything Boxing and Sports in the building. Go subscribe to my brother Keon, Everything Boxing and Sports. He said, Blue, Keon dropped the link. He said, Blue, who at 154 you would like to see EJ fight? I would love to see him fight Jamel Charlo, but that ain't gonna happen. Lubin. Erickson Lubin. Neil Hopkinson, appreciate you, great brother. Erickson Lubin, great brother. Boston Guru, what's going on? You talking about his first fight at 154? Gabriel Alva, what's going on? Yeah, Lubin, that's the fight I want to see. Devon Webster, my brother, back in the super chat. You think Spence versus Crawford one and done or two or three fights? Oh, I think that yeah, Erickson Lubin, Keon. No, I think it's be a 2-fight deal. I think they'll fight twice. They might fight more than once because I think that they'll end up at 54 together. Dub G said he's ducking my comment. Who? I don't duck. First of all, bro, I don't know how long you've been here. Salute to my brother Devon Webster, though. I think it'd be a 2-fight deal. It might be 3 because I think they both end up at 154. Dub G said I'm ducking the comment. Brother, I don't duck anybody's comment. There's no need. But you said, hey, Blue, answer this for me. Stop. Why does Vergil and Enos have to fight when the top 2 pound-for-pound welterweights have been ducking each other on the same network for the last 5 years? Who's the top 2 pound-for-pound welterweights on the same network? Now answer that question, great brother. Boston Guru, what's going on, great brother? Don't time out his comment. Don't block him. Don't do anything. Corey Landry, what's going on? Old Paul Boston, what's going on? Jeremy Hauser, what's going on? Anthony Price, what's going on? So you said V. Houdini, what's going on? My brother DJ Ghost in the building. What's goody with your great brother? Salute to my brother DJ Ghost, man. Go subscribe to my brother DJ Ghost. What's going on with you, great brother? Go ahead, great brother. Now tell me, Ronald Maxwell, what's going on? You said that, first of all, you said I was ducking your question. I wasn't ducking your question because I don't duck anybody's question. And second of all, you said, let me wrench up my brother DJ Ghost just to make sure y'all can't time him out. Anthony Price, what's going on? So don't time him out, please. Don't block him. Don't do nothing. He said he been on for 2 hours and I'm just getting home. Salute to you, great brother, because you on the grind like me. We always on this grind, great brother. That's all. That's all. Yeah, and I started super late too. Super late. Because it's already 11 o'clock on here. I'm about to get off too. One initial brother in the super chat. Appreciate you, Blue. Appreciate you, great brother. Where did the brother go? Yellow Cool, what's going on? Do you think Ortiz can beat any of the top 3 welterweights? No. No. I don't think Ortiz. I think he's limited athletically. He has limitations. He can't keep it. He can't compete with him. He has power. He's aggressive, but he's limited. He's a bigger version of Mikey Garcia. He's a taller, more rangier version of Mikey Garcia. That's not going to work against him. They're agile. They're mobile. They can move. They're versatile. He can't do it. Quinn City highlights. What's going on? You saw him have Maurice Hooker had success. You saw he was badly hurt on the verge of getting stopped by Igis Kavalaskis. Now we're gonna say, well, he won. He knocked him out. Yeah, but they're going to keep up that pace. They're not going to give him that opening in return. Steve Cooley, what's going on? Kevin Brower, brother in the super chat. He said fantasy fight blue. Winky Wright versus Canelo. Winky Wright. Winky Wright is very technically sound. His defense is too too tight. It's too disciplined. He's big. His jab, he's gonna control the distance. He's gonna control the range. Winky Wright is a tough out, man. Salute to my brother DJ Ghost in the super chat, dropping that half a hundo on your boy Blue in the super chat. Salute to my brother DJ Ghost in the super chat, dropping that half a hundo on your boy Blue in the super chat. Salute to my brother, man. Go support and subscribe to my brother DJ Ghost, man. Yeah, Winky Wright is underrated because he wasn't exciting. He wasn't exciting. He's technically sound. He fought the high guard. He don't give you openings. He uses jab all night. He's about winning, not about looking good. Pull up, boy. What's going on? He's about winning and not about looking good. And that's where fighters like Canelo, his jab with his range and his power and how stiff it is, just controlling the pace of the fight with Canelo, man. Gab Chishello, what's going on? Alpha Adonis, what's going on? That's too much for Canelo, bro. I'm telling y'all. Bad matchup, man. That dude is a tough out, man. Floyd Mayweather would struggle with Winky Wright as well. I think Floyd Mayweather would beat Winky Wright, but I think Floyd Mayweather would struggle with Winky Wright as well. Because he's gonna have to get around. I think eventually Floyd will figure it out, but I think it'll be a tough fight. So where did the brother go? Brick Boy Jones, what's going on? He never responded, huh? Nobody timed him out or nothing, right? Nobody timed the brother out, right? LA, what's going on? Nobody timed that brother out or nothing, right? Casanova Hurrah, what's going on? John Wayne, what's going on? Right? Now look at this. Look at GG East. Did I ever say that Vergil Ortiz wasn't a good fighter? See, this is what I'm talking about. Did I ever say Vergil Ortiz wasn't a good fighter? Did anybody hear me say Vergil Ortiz is not a good fighter? So he's talking about because Vergil Ortiz stopped every fighter in under 8 rounds. He also was on the verge of getting stopped. Did I ever say that? You say he said you said he's limited. So because he's limited, does that mean he's not good? What's wrong with you, man? 88 Sports Talk. What's going on? Is Carmelo Anthony as athletic and as gifted as an athlete as Kevin Durant and LeBron James? No. So is Carmelo as good as them? No, because his limitation, he's not as quick, as athletic as they are. So he has limitations. That don't mean he ain't good. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I said that he has my brother DJ Ghost, he said, real quick, Blue, I'm hearing Spence turn down Boots, or did he vacate for the bigger fight in Crawford? Nah, he didn't vacate the belt. He didn't vacate the belt, or he didn't turn down Boots. So what happened with Boots is Boots became indirectly his mandatory, well, not indirectly. Boots was ranked number 3 in the IBF, right? And the IBF updated their ranking system, but never removed Sean Porter out the ranking system. Sean Porter retired. Sean Porter was at 2. Abdulkarov is at number 1, right? Abdulkarov was Errol Spence's mandatory for the IBF, right? Abdulkarov, he just lost to shockingly to Cody Crowler, right? So because Sean Porter's retired and Abdulkarov is the mandatory, and he just lost, Boots becomes automatically becomes the mandatory. Now they can order an eliminator between Boots and Cody Crowley, the guy that just beat the mandatory Abdulkarov, and then Boots will be the a title eliminator. So they could order a title eliminator for Boots and Abdulkarov. I mean, for Boots and Cody Crowler, and then he will automatically become the mandatory. But he's still a fight away because Marky Dan 123, what's going on? He said, "When Cody Crowler be the mandatory?" No, it don't work like that. They move up. So now Sean Porter is not there. He's at 2. Abdulkarov was at 1. He's not there. Boots becomes that number 1 position. But now they could order an eliminator between Cody Crowler. Cody Crowler is not in that ranking. Okay, so they can order an eliminator between Boots and Cody Crowler to be the number 1. You see what I'm saying? So, but Jelly Bean 42.8 is gonna. So goes. No doubt goes. So now what happened is Boots automatically becomes up there in that position, but he's still a fight away from being Errol Spence's mandatory. So no, I see people saying he gonna vacate the belts and all that. No, he ain't gonna vacate the belts. He ain't gonna do none of that. What happened was Errol Spence, he didn't want to fight the mandatory. He wanted to fight unification. So he wants to fight Terrence Crawford, right? He wanted to fight Ugas. Ugas was already scheduled for February 19th or 26th of next year in a unification bout. But Ugas, the WBA ordered Ugas to have to fight this tournament. So that takes him off the table for 2 fights. So people thought that it could be Abdulkarov. It was being set up that way, but he lost. And now Cody Crowler is not going to be in that position, because if that's the case, now Boots can make a case. Well, I'm next in line, right? This dude wasn't ranked ahead of me. He just upset the apple cart, but that don't make him ahead. So the IBF will order a eliminator between Boots and Crowley, and then the winner of that fight will be Errol Spence's mandatory. But by the time that happens, Errol Spence is either going to unify, because the IBF is not going to stand in the way of Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. They wasn't going to stand in the way of Errol Spence and Ugas. Now, now another road is Vergil Ortiz Jr. He can push his way, because again, see, Boots what Boots is doing, DJ Ghost, what Boots is doing is putting pressure on everybody now, because now you're gonna have to make a move. You're gonna have to do something, right? So like 50 said, you're gonna have to do something, baby. So what happens is Vergil Ortiz is number 1 in that WBO. He's number 1 in the WBC. He's gonna have to make a decision, because Boots is right behind him. So now Boots is gonna force him to be an eliminator if he don't choose to fight one of these guys and step up. And then Josh Taylor is going to jump up from junior welterweight, and he's going to become Terrence Crawford's mandatory automatically after February 26th. He beats what's his name? He fighting what's the dude? Jack Cottrell. He beats Jack Cottrell in February. He's moving up, so he's going to be Terrence Crawford's mandatory. So he's also putting pressure on Vergil Ortiz to make a decision. Because Tully Schuster, what's going on? Because now he's going to get leapfrogged by Josh Taylor, because Josh Taylor moves up. He's going to be Terrence Crawford's mandatory. So it's making Vergil Ortiz have to make a decision, unless politics come in and we just start to see things start to move in directions they shouldn't be. But Boots is not. He's not scheduled to fight Errol Spence, and Errol Spence ain't turned down the fight because it's not on the table. Nesta Wilson, what's going on? Blake Urban, brother, back in the super chat. He said, "One thing I hate Blue are these casuals pushing this Errol ducking propaganda. There are zero facts that Errol has ducked, even after the crash and I." Yeah, no, he don't avoid nothing. Breezy Cool, what's going on? But this is just because, again, it's not because MB Mo, what's going on? He said Ugas ready for Bud. I mean, you say so. And he ain't got no choice. Ugas is 35, man. That's why I don't like what the I don't like what the WBA is doing to Ugas. This dude just won the fight of his life against Manny Pacquiao, right? And remember when he was elevated to the regular champion, your Danish Ugas. Remember, everybody was saying, "Oh, he ain't the champion. Manny Pacquiao is the champion. Manny Pacquiao is the real champion." Michael Jones, what's going on? Manny Pacquiao is the real champion, not him. He's not the champion. And so then he beats Manny Pacquiao, right? Things just worked out. He actually got to fight him. Boy, what's going on? He beats Manny Pacquiao, right? Now he beats Manny Pacquiao, and the first thing they do is say, "Oh, you got to fight in the tournament." When he already had a deal and a contract in place to fight Errol Spence in a unification. He's 35. Why are you taking the WBA is taking his opportunity, his paydays away? He might lose the standing onus. Boss Red 357, what's going on? He might lose the standing onus. Now what? You taking food off his table. Win, lose, a draw against Errol Spence. That's a big, massive payday for him. He get 2 big paydays, 2 career opportunities he deserved. He would have fought Errol Spence, Manny Pacquiao, and Sean Porter. That's good for him. He deserved that. He deserved that. You see what I'm saying? And now that's going to be taken away from him because he loses. See, the whole situation is taken away from him. He has 2 fights now. He has to fight Stanionis, and then he still has to fight Butev. So he's going to fight Stanionis, I believe, in February. And then he's going to have to fight Butev by the summer. So by that time, Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford may fight, and they might move on. He lost the opportunity, IG. What's going on? Now he lost the opportunity. At 35? Come on, man. My brother Emmanuel H, he said, "All right, Blue, I got to head out. Got to hit the white feet." I hear you, great brother. Do your thing. Do your thing. Hey, GGEs, don't delete GGE's comments, man. I'm just speaking facts. You're ducking my comments. I'm ducking your facts. I didn't duck your facts. Don't delete GGG East comments, man. Established or East or whatever. Eric, oh, what's going on? What'd you say? GGE East. I don't know what you said, but I don't have a need to avoid your comments, great brother, because I know that you're wrong. The chances of you winning this conversation with me are slim. So go ahead, GGEs. Explain what you're saying. The fact is, I said that Vergil Ortiz Jr. is limited athletically, period. So that's why Marcus McCoy is going on. That's why, man, 7 months already, Emmanuel? Wow, bro. 7 months, man. Marcus McCoy, what's going on? Ish, what's going on? Jason Young, what's going on? Beats with Lyrics, what's going on? Okay, so Vergil Ortiz is limited. They're not. There's a reason now you're trying to speak for Vergil Ortiz. He just said Terrence Crawford was ringside. They asked him, was he ready? He said he don't know. But you're trying to speak for him. You said, how is he limited when he hasn't had to use any tools to beat any of the guys he fought? Doesn't that show his level? When you're on the verge of getting knocked out and getting stopped, I'm sure you're going to have to reach in the tool bag. If that's not the time to reach in the tool bag, Jerry Ashley, what's going on? And make adjustments. I don't know when is the time. So somebody explain to me, I'm on the verge of getting knocked out. That's when I need to reach in the toolbox and show you all the tools I had. He didn't reach in the toolbox. He didn't make adjustments. Igis Kavalauskas, he started to fade. He started to fade. So what are you talking about? How I feel about Conor Benn versus AB. I like the fight. I think Conor Benn gonna win though. I want AB. I will want AB to win, but Conor Benn gonna win. Ish, brother, in the super chat, dropping that half a Good on your boy Blue in the super chat. WBA really him over. Yeah, the WBA, they did him, man. Monica Sylvie, peace of blessings, queen. How you doing today? Yeah, the WBA did him all the way wrong. All the way wrong. See, I can't have a conversation with the brother when he gonna tell me, no, he wasn't on the verge of getting stopped. Now that's where the conversation ends. If you're not gonna be realistic, IG, what's going on? If you're not going to be realistic about it, then I can't have a conversation. Yo, well, he didn't almost get stopped, but Terrence Crawford got dropped. Man, come on. I said Terrence Crawford unofficially got dropped, but that means that Vergil Ortiz wasn't on the verge of getting stopped. Yeah, he was almost knocked out by Igis Kavalauskas, brother. And Maurice Hooker was starting to outbox him. Yeah, he won the fight. Crazy 03, what's going on? He won the fight. Yeah, he did. He won the fight. He got the knockout. IG, what's going on? But does that mean you can't see the flaws that everybody else sees? Come on, brother. Please stop, man. Stop it. So do you think that he has the tools that Jerron Boots Ennis has? No. You think he can make the adjustments that Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford can make? No. So what are you talking about? Did I say he's not a good fighter? Wolves Lions, what's going on? I didn't say he's not a good fighter. He's a good fighter. He just has limitations. When you saw Canelo Alvarez in the ring with certain fighters, his limitations showed. That's why he arguably lost to Erislandy Lara. He lost every round to Floyd Mayweather. And he arguably lost both fights to Triple G. Why? Because of his shortcomings. Cheese all out fitness. What's going on? That's why. So what are we talking about here? I never said Jonathan Kurtz. What's going on? I never said he wasn't a good fighter. He's a good fighter. But can he beat them? No. Simple. Mooney Music, what's going on? This is not rocket science. Those marks on his face were visible because of low saturation. All right, brother, I'm done talking to you, man. I'm done talking to you. I'm done. Bro, goodbye. Mark 4 is going on. He said the marks on Vergil Ortiz's face. Listen what he just said. Those marks on his face were visible because of low saturation or oxygen levels. Those are marks of goodbye, brother. Goodbye. I can't talk to you no more. I can't do it. Can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. You see this? You just can't make this stuff up. So now he had marks on his face because of low saturation or oxygen level. Man, goodbye, brother. He had marks on his face because he was getting punched in his face. Simple. Punchline Pusers, what's going on? You can't make this stuff up. You can't. You can't make this stuff up. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? The fact remains he's not as talented and athletically gifted as they are. Simple. He can't make the adjustments that they can make. That's why after the fight, when he was asked, you trying to speak for him, when he was asked after the fight about fighting Terrence Crawford, right? Ghost, and you can't make this stuff up, Ghost. After the fight, he was asked about fighting Terrence Crawford. And you know what his response was? The reporter said, "Are you ready to fight Terrence Crawford?" And he said, "I don't know." If you ask Boots if he's ready to fight Terrence Crawford, do you think he's going to say, "I don't know"? Now it's because he had to see night. Goodbye, brother. I can't have a conversation with you. Goodbye. Jerry Ashley, what's going on? I can't do it, man. Can't do it. Hey, man, you give me a headache, brother. No. Yeah, Trigger Tree. He talking about because it was oxygen level. Come on, brother. Starving artist, brother, in super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Crawford, Stop, Spence, and Boots, or whoever else the boxing world is hyping. I don't think they're hype at all. PT, what's going on? Does have nothing to do with hype. Now you can have your own. If you believe he's gonna stop them, cool. I'm not opposed to that. But when you say they hype, they're not hype at all. The praise they get is earned. Trigger Treat, what's going on, great brother? Mr. Holmes, what's going on? I am Demons, what's going on? I'm getting out of here, man. Some people just, I don't know where this brother came from. He started talking about oxygen levels and this and that. Bro, come on, brother. Come on, brother. Crash Cramp 67. What's going on? Let me get on out of here, man. I appreciate y'all coming through, starting up, holding your boy Blue down. Mo 2013. What's going on, great brother? Appreciate y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.